Cambia's pig roast, we light the fire. Bring your hungry soul and lift you higher. Piggy on the spit, turning slow and right. Then heads come around every Friday night. Cambian's pig roast, come and get your fill. Best in town, we guarantee the thrill. Juicy cuts and flavors you'll adore. Heads love it, they keep coming back for more. From the crispy skin to the tender bite, Cambian's pig roast makes your evening bright. Hot and sizzling every single piece. Then heads gather round, taste the feast. Cambian's pig roast, come and get your fill. Best in town, we guarantee the thrill. Juicy cuts and flavors you'll adore. Big heads love it, they keep coming back for more. So grab a fork and bring your smile. Stay a while, let's eat in style. Join the fun and taste the magic. Then heads know this feast's fantastic. Cambian's pig roast, come and get your fill. Best in town, we guarantee the thrill. Juicy cuts and flavors you'll adore. And heads love it, they keep coming back for more. Grab a fork and bring your smile. Stay a while, let's eat in style. Join the fun and taste the magic. Then heads know this feast's fantastic. Cambian's pig roast, come and get your fill. Best in town, we guarantee the thrill. Juicy cuts and flavors you'll adore. And heads love it, they keep coming back for more.
No, this is hilarious. Will you be removing the crown from your background? Will you be changing the name of your goal from King's Tax? Because those were ideas given to you by the Kino Casino. So let me get this straight. You actually think that the King moniker was given to me by the Kino Casino? Are you retarded? I was known as the King of Hate since my early days in the FGC in the early 2000s. That was 25 years ago. The Kino Casino were barely born. The f*** are you talking about? The King moniker is mine, and always will be, and I can use it if I want, and I can stop using it whenever I want, and that's my prerogative, and my decision to make. They didn't give me the idea to start using the moniker that I already had. They just gave me the confidence to start using it again, because does it have to be representative of hate? It's not. You could still be a king but not have to hate everything around you. In fact, it shows the evolution of the moniker, that actually started off as something really negative and bad many years ago. But then, over time, it evolved, it changed, and I formed into something positive, something that people like to meme about, that people like to joke about. We all know I'm not really a king. But let's be honest, it's fun. It's fun to joke about it. It's fun to have it in the intro. It's fun to have a crown behind me and have it be part of my whole online persona. It's a fun thing. They didn't give me the idea. What a ludicrous thing to say. That's some real revisionist history there. And in fact, if anything, the fact that I'm going to take it and own it and roll forward with it positively is a way to jab them. Just like calling this show the Level 1 Podcast is a way to jab at Keemstar, who used this as an insult, but I've used it as a successful show for 3+ years and keep going. Get it? You turn a negative into a positive. You roll forward with it. That's how you survive in this online climate. You don't run with your tail between your legs. You don't act like a pussy or a sissy or a coward. And you certainly don't let people revise history in a ludicrous freaking way that's not even close to being true. I am a king, I'll always be a fucking king. Any day that I want, I'll put on the crown, I'll take off the crown, have you whatever I want, because I've been here for 17 years and I earned that distinction. Get it? I've been here longer than anyone else, and I'll be here longer than anyone else until the day that I decide to turn off my stream. That'll be when I retire, and not a moment sooner. There's no one who can stop me, there's no one who can do anything about it, and they gotta fucking choke on it. The king is back, baby. He's here to stay, and he ain't fucking going anywhere. No, I'm not getting rid of the king moniker and the king's tax, because I like it. There you go. Alrighty, thank you for the tip. What a good start. Very good. After that, I was like, I don't want to play it anymore. And people were like, well, what about this game, Inzoi? It came out when last week, and you didn't play it. Ahem. No pushing my hair back like this is not a tick. My hair's screwed up, as you can see. For some reason, today my hair is overly greasy. And it's not really as fluffy as it usually would be, so it's not even. It's kind of bothering me. If it doesn't bother you guys, then I won't touch it. I'm trying to get it even, but it ain't really staying down. So we played Inzoi instead, about 2.5 hours of Inzoi. Admittedly, the whole first hour took forever to make the character, because we tried to make him look like me. He got close, still off, but was kind of close, I would say. And basically, after that, we played for 1.5 hours, and it was getting good. Like, I had a job that I didn't go to yet, but I was gonna go to, there's a fairgrounds with like a park that we were gonna go to and go on rides, and things like that. And I was like, oh, this is great, and then we ran out of time. So, I feel like the next time we play it later this week, it'll probably be much better, but for an intro to a game, it just seemed like The Sims with a bunch of extra stuff added. It was more complicated than The Sims. And, I was starting to enjoy myself. Okay?
Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you on the next one.
Viewers laughing, can't stand still. DSP's brings a thrill. Ignoring all the trolls, to him they are just sound. When the kingdom reigns, there's no money to be found. Stuck in his castle to forever be housebound. He got himself a new PC. Now the trolls will cope and see. Blessed with riches from the kinos, but we all know where that money goes. The casino will bring him bad luck. The king will always fuck it up. Then soon the detractors will sing, fell to the king, 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 fell to the king. Soon the riches will run out, then the king will have to shout, taking their taxes and some coin, hoping for the casino to rejoin. And then the detractors will sing, fell to the king, 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 fell to the king. Trolls will cope, trolls will see, but we'll still sing, fell to the king.
My wife is an angel. My wife is my saving grace. My wife is the reason why I'm so happy. And now, of course, I'm getting emotional, but did you see how angry I was? Before I met Kat, you saw how angry I was, right? Cat is the reason why I'm not angry anymore. I'm happy.
Begging on my birthday, why do I even try? Begging on my birthday, scamming debts with no lives. Begging on my birthday, this is what I've come to. Begging like a crackhead, it's all that I can do. Crying on my birthday, the detractors know why. Crying on my birthday, I'm begging to get by. Crying on my birthday, the detractors know why. Crying on my birthday, I'm begging to survive. Begging on my birthday, nothing better to do. Begging on my birthday, I've got nothing new. Begging on my birthday, pathetic, it's true. Begging on my birthday, it's all I can do. Crying on my birthday, the detractors know why. Crying on my birthday, I'm begging to get by. Crying on my birthday, the detractors know why. Crying on my birthday, I'm begging to survive. Crying on my birthday, the detractors know why. Crying on my birthday, I'm begging to get by. Crying on my birthday, the detractors know why. Crying on my birthday, I'm begging to survive. The despicable world of Darkside Phil. He needs your money to get by. The despicable world of Darkside Phil. He needs your money to survive. Come along and watch him play. He's got some goals and you must pay. Tune in, watch him beg and cry. His bills are due, he just may die. The despicable world of Darkside Phil. He needs your money to get by. The despicable world of Darkside Phil. He needs your money to get by. The despicable world of Darkside Phil. He needs your money to survive. Watches begging streams all day. He sucks at games but makes you pay. Day off tomorrow and DoorDash. Send in some tips, he needs your cash. The despicable world of Darkside Phil. He needs your money to get by. making money to survive.
Greetings and salutations, friends, and I am here to do another pig roast. We're already up to the 9th one, and the original plan for tonight was to do a bit of updates and then go and check out the Smart Guys show. But something has happened. Oh, loser Phil. And boy, this is interesting. I'm going to share my screen so we see what's going on here. Is apparently this is from Darkside Phil. He says, important update. Due to my final co-host for Smart Guys having an emergency, tonight's episode of the show is officially delayed until next week, Thursday, April 17th. This means tonight's late stream will now be Schedule 1 returning. Hope you'll attend. Well, there's a couple of things that may be going on here. The first, people are saying that he couldn't get somebody to do it. He just was lying about having this incredible third person, as if the first two were impressive. We got a convicted felon on the run from the cops, right? Living in Mexico, can't enter the United States, who, by the way, just got felted by PWR. We're going to play that. Only Ethan Ralph can get felted by a guy who's literally illiterate, mentally challenged, and on psychiatric meds. He just got felted by PWR, and I'm here for it. And then other people are saying that whoever his co-host was, people are speculating, was so drugged out that they couldn't do the show, or so hungover, or so drunk, or so high that they could not get it together by 9 p.m. or 10 p.m., whatever, to do the show. So they had to cancel on Phil because, he's got some high-quality people. What do we have? We had Ethan Ralph first, then we had the meth head with no teeth for the second Smart Guys, and who is the third? Who knows? But he either the person screwed Phil at the last minute, because this is posted not long ago. He only gave Phil a couple of hours notice that he had an emergency. That emergency might involve a crack pipe. I think whatever his Smart Guys host emergency was, it involved crack cocaine, methamphetamines, heroin, or other illicit substances. Now, that's my speculation, but I'm entitled to it. So what happened, Phil? You're supposed to have an incredible guest tonight, an incredible guest who can't sober up enough to get ready for a 10 p.m. stream. Now, let's think about that. How much of a degenerate alcoholic or drug user do you have to be that you're so screwed up you can't get it together by 10 p.m. at night? Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. We will take a moment to recognize some kind and generous folks in the live chat. We've got Chill Station 7 is here with $2. A pre-goal warm-up. And thank you very much for that. And then we've got Ginny U4Z with $5 and one for the goal. So thank you very much for that. And we will be reading every single super chat tonight. And I guess we'll check in on his stupid gaming stream, but I can't do much with his gaming stream because it's so goddamn boring. It's just so boring. Sounds like it was Ralph. Yeah, people are saying it might have been Ralph and he felt so bad getting felted by PWR that he couldn't get himself together. The guest host was supposed to be Rakita. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe that dude's on a coke bender and couldn't get it together. Or I think it's more likely that he's been lying. He's been desperately trying to get a third co-host because he said that he had 3. All these people are lining up. All these incredibly talented people are lining up to get the gig with him as a co-host on a shitty wrestling show where he can barely, what was the last? He barely broke 180 live viewers on the last one with the meth head, with the somebody said that last co-host should go on Tooth Seekers. Oh shit, no teeth. God damn. Well, he had like one, you know? Said it was a football injury, but I don't really believe that. Charles McDonald is here with one for the goal, $6 Canadian, and says roast away. We're here for it. So we're gonna begin. I'm gonna you know what? Let's begin with the Ethan Ralph call. Now I have to be extremely careful with this. So Ethan Ralph calls into the PWR show, who's blowing up and becoming a big celebrity and a star. And but I gotta say, I'm gonna put on the record that I worry about this kid, PWR, because I was thinking this today: the Keno Casino giveth, and the Keno Casino taketh away. And my one concern for this PWR guy is that he doesn't know that a lot of this is a goof. Like he thinks he's blowing up and becoming a hugely successful streamer. He's getting 500, 700 live viewers. Before he would stream to 4 people before the casino sort of artificially inflated him and blew him up. He's not mentally well. So I would say that everybody, look, I get it. People want to mess with him, but can we tread carefully, because that dude is not very stable. Let's just leave it at that. So, my concern is that he's the same guy who was like cutting himself and threatening to kill himself over detractors messing with Phil just a few short weeks ago. And he posts, I think it was him, right? He posts a very disturbing video of him like cutting his own arm up and stuff. Like, I don't know. So I'm very concerned. It's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt, and I'm not here for that. So I worry that this kid's he's gonna crash. Like I said, that's the best way to say it. The Keno Casino giveth, and the Keno Casino taketh away. Look what happened to Phil. So I'm concerned that and I mean, but to be honest, I haven't talked to either of those guys. I think they're just having a good time with him and helping him out because it's funny. What's funny is PWR is now getting more live viewers than Ethan Ralph and Darkside Phil and maybe Review Tech USA combined. I think he's beating all 3 of them with live viewers. Yes, I do think they like him. He's a likable fellow. He was a little bit of a mess, but yeah. Dent becoming detractor, he should be aware of what's going on. Yeah, and people are pushing him, and yeah, I think that they have. I think that the Keno boys realize the same thing I do. It's not a good idea to blow this guy up very big artificially, and then like pull the rug out from him, and then he's back to 2 live viewers. That would be devastating for him. But he peaked at nearly 900 live viewers today. So PWR, this kid that's being blown up by the casino boys, is beating Review Tech USA, Ethan Ralph, and Darkside Phil as far as live viewer count goes and views on videos goes. So today, Ethan Ralph calls in to sort of mess with him, and it doesn't go well for Ethan Ralph, because only Ethan Ralph can get felted by a mentally challenged, illiterate, young man who's on psychiatric meds. The L's keep coming. All right, I'm going to share this, but I have to be extremely careful because I have it timestamped. So what happened is Ethan Ralph called into the PWR show and, to mess with him. But then PWR felted him. He felted Ethan Ralph. It's so funny. But then Ethan Ralph, upset that he's getting felted by this guy, who I'm sure he looks down on and all that stuff, he drops the hard F, the slur for homosexual, and he drops the hard N, the slur for an African American. Both of those things could get PWR in trouble on YouTube, having those words in his stream. So, I think Ethan Ralph did that on purpose because he was getting felted. So I have to be very carefully going it over, right? He's too high for his own good, says Mike. Yeah, I agree. I agree. The guy's too high for his own good, but we'll see what happens. And I see that we have. Hold on here. Why is it not coming through? Oh man. Okay, so Metalhead Retro Gamer got one of those messages that you get for being a member for a certain amount of time, has been a member for 1 month, and thank you for that. Big ups to Metalhead Retro Gamer. And he asked, did you see Pixar's animation of Darkside Phil talking to the female cop that dealt with Phil's case? Yes, I did. That's where we got the 220 from. I'm very familiar with that. And I don't know why those don't come through to my aggregated chat, right? Yeah, it's because, and then PWR created him in WWF No Mercy, and Ethan Ralph lost to Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Ralph is wrestling fan for real, and that had to hurt. Plus, he doesn't want him on Smart Guys. Yeah. So this PWR guy's is basically saying that Ethan Ralph is a degenerate, and he shouldn't be the Smart Guys host because he's a big fan of. So PWR is saying Ethan Ralph is a degenerate and he screwed up his guest appearance talking about his sex life and stuff, and he doesn't deserve to be on Smart Guys. And by the way, PWR wanted that gig. If Phil wasn't a moron, he would put this kid on his show. Let's put everything else aside about this guy. This guy's whole life is wrestling and playing video games, right? And he's kind entertaining, more entertaining than Ethan Ralph or that meth head. Why wouldn't you give this guy the gig, right? And see what happens. Give him at least a month. Give him 4 shows. See what happens. He actually cares about wrestling. His whole life is wrestling. He watches wrestling. He's a big fan of you, Phil, so you know he's not going to snake you. Why would you not give this guy the gig? Apparently, this guy was trying to get the gig, and Phil ignored him because Phil is a moron. Phil, this guy's getting 1,000 live viewers, you moron. You think people aren't going to tune in to see him with you? I don't get it. But let's get into this. But like I said, I have to be very, very careful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this right before Ethan Ralph calls him the F slur and the N slur. He basically says, you're a gay FN. And I don't want that on my YouTube channel. It's community guideline strike, so I'm going to have to be very careful here. But let's get into Ethan Ralph calling into PWR and getting felted. I'm here for it.
Okay, here we go. We got the Ralph retort on the line. He's hot, and I'm figuring you want to speak with the man himself. You are on the air. What do you got to say?
Do you think I'm hot?
No, I don't. In fact, is this the man himself? Just clarify that for us right now.
This is the man himself, yes.
All right.
Yeah, and I just want to say that, like, Ethan Ralph is so desperate for attention. He all but licked my balls and begged me to do an interview with him. We were going to do this series, the most controversial people on the internet. But then, honestly, I looked him up and read a little bit about him, and I was like, oh, what a degenerate. I don't want him anywhere near me or my show. And so Ethan Ralph now doesn't like me now. And also, it could have something to do with the fact that the Keno boys have been felting him for years, and I'm in their good graces. So, I don't know. He doesn't like me now. And by the way, he tried to clickbait me, Ethan Ralph did, in one of his titles, because I'm half blind. So when we were doing the penny pitching at Darkside Phil, I didn't realize that one of the shipping addresses for one of my companies was on screen. And he's like, oh, he doxed himself. What a moron. Yeah, I'm half blind. You're the moron, right? But it is what it is. He clickbaited me in his title to try to get some views. He's desperate for views. He's just terrible, man. But let's continue this.
All right, well, I'm going to come forward, and you're going to give me some credit.
To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Well, here, get off with your character. We're going to have a conversation.
To be the man, you got to beat the man.
He has nothing to say. Okay, do you want to have a conversation, or do you want to just yell and scream and act like a freaking degenerate like you did on Smart Guys?
And I have to say, this kid handled Ethan Ralph very well. You can't let Ethan Ralph talk over you, control the conversation. It's your show. So, I'll give this kid a compliment. He handled this very well for a very inexperienced show host. And I don't know if that's like instinct or it's talent or just luck, but this went very well for him.
Let's talk right now.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. I very graciously gave you a shout out when you were announced as the host. I said, here comes a young dude who seems to know wrestling, who seems to know what he's talking about, and I was really looking forward to that. But you went on the air, sir, and you brought your debauchery, you brought your sex life into a conversation that was supposed to be about wrestling. How do you justify that?
Well, I like being entertaining, and the female
Oh, yeah, being cringe is entertaining,
wrestlers are actually there to be sexualized in the first place.
Well, I don't agree with it. I think, they've moved so beyond past the women's revolution. They're out there doing their OnlyFans. They're out there doing their Instagram ass shaking. I don't agree with it.
Why do you think they put that tape underneath all their asses so their ass will stick out? They did that on purpose.
Okay, I'm going to give you...
I have to agree with Ethan Ralph. They are there to be sexualized, and they are purposefully over-sexualized.
About another minute. Do you have something you actually want to say, or are you just going to talk sexuality? Because if you're wanting to talk sexuality...
All right, now here's where I have to skip it. Here's where Ethan Ralph starts yelling hard F, the slur for homosexual, and hard N. He was telling PWR that he was a gay slang, slur for homosexual, slur for African American. But we have to get past that because I can't have that on my air.
Should kill him.
And he told him he should kill himself.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, fans. He's disgusting, and that's the last conversation we're going to have. He can go screw himself. He's got nothing to say, and that just proves it. He openly reached out, wanted to have a conversation. I don't even know who the hell he is.
He doesn't even know who Ralph is.
And that was the level of intelligence.
See, Ethan Ralph, he doesn't know who you are. He's a rising star. He's not watching has been, used to be people.
Intelligence he brought to my program, so I'm sorry, you're effing blocked.
PWR felts him, and then he blocks him. Then he says some more shit.
Good luck if you want to.
Then he says some more shit about him.
Just like anybody else that comes on here with their degeneracy, good luck if you want to bring that crap onto your show. That's why you are where you are right now.
Oh, shit! PWR, get him!
Begging for fans to come into your show and give you contributions because you have nothing to say. So good effing bye, and I hope you watch the replay where we had Austin 316 whooping your ass. All right, let's get to some real fans.
Oh, man, he just felt it. Ethan Ralph. Oh, suffer, Ethan Ralph. Suffer. King Power melt on Ralph. Yes, he did. Yeah, good for this kid. Right? Good for this kid. Okay, Archduke Instinct says, and thank you, very generous, $25 super chat. Oh, it's Archduke Instinct always makes it rain up in here, and thank you for your kindness, your generosity, and support. God bless you for being so generous and being such a great supporter. I can't believe the Gun and the Gout show was canceled. Ralphie must have went on a hell of a bender after his crushing defeat to the dense champion PWR. Kat is surely downstairs crying about this terrible news. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I believe you are correct. I believe that you are correct. And Ralph Amel lost his bite, says Gabriel Lundez. Yes. And thank you, Archduke Instinct, for your kindness, your generosity, and support. Thanks to all of our supporters tonight. Let's get to the goal, friends.
Why did I spend the money? So just why did I spend all that money? Because I'm going to get more. Trust me. I know I'm going to get more. I know I'm going to get more money. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh, all right. Let's do. I have another PWR thing that I think we're going to do before we move on to the Darkside Phil stuff, and I got a few other things to share. So one of the reasons that he is getting so many live viewers is because he's not very discerning. Like the Kino people are going into they're going into his Discord calls with like Kino names, like Kino Surfer and Felt It Man or whatever, but they're clearly Kino people calling into his show. But he, to his credit, he's taking the calls. And that's a ballsy move. I got to tell you, as a show host, I used to take open calls, but then we started getting porn bombed and N bombed and all kinds of bombed. And I stopped doing blind calls. But he's still doing blind calls. He doesn't know who's calling in, what they're going to say. And I got to tell you, it is kind of entertaining watching some of this stuff.
I've given some people that opportunity.
Oh, he took the video down. Oh, damn it. This video is unavailable. He took the video down because of and good for him. And PWR, if somebody knows him or can get a message to him, you can't just private the video if somebody's dropping F-bombs and somebody's dropping N-bombs on your show. You have to delete it entirely off of your YouTube channel. So download it, delete it, and then he can always edit that part out and re-upload it. I believe somebody grabbed it. But God damn it. I had this whole there was a whole funny segment that I had on the call-ins. Now we lose that. And thank you, Castillo, who says, PWR sounds very vesty, but suffer Piggy and Ralph. Yeah, suffer, bitch. Now Ralph has not just screwed up PWR's show, he screwed up my show because I wanted to use a portion of that. Castillo, thank you very much for your kindness, generosity, and support. And I apologize for missing the Cash Clown for Chill Station 7. And one other viewer will give you all a big thank you from the Cash Clown.
Without going into specifics yet again, yeah, I have no money. I'm being honest here. I have no money right now.
Steve, you should go over Derek. Yeah, it's on my list of things. I've been looking into different stuff like that. That is something else, Moth. Moth loves detracting, and thank you for your kindness.
I have a dangerously low bank account. Please tip me today.
Yes, friends. For people unaware, actually, I decided to crank up to 4 shows for a few reasons, but one of the reasons is that the YouTube checks have been pretty fat. But this is how YouTube works. They want you to keep that hamster wheel turning as fast as you possibly can keep that wheel turning. And if the wheel slows down, so does the bag of money. So I'm here to try to keep the wheel turning as quickly as I can. You'll notice that we have a marathon of, I don't want to say reruns, Truth Seekers classic episodes and deep dives. We cobbled together some of the best bits of Truth Seekers from all of the live streams and all weekend long. Pretty consistent all weekend long. There will be Truth Seekers shows playing. And I just want to mention that I understand that people want the host on the screen to read out the live contributions. I can't do that if it's if it's pre-recorded. But I'll be in and out of the live chat. I will thank you by text if I'm in and out of the live chat. And on Monday, when I return to live shows, I'm going to read every single super chat and thank every single person who throws a super chat or super sticker or buys a sub on Kick. Or, well, I guess that's not going to happen because it's not on Kick. It's only on YouTube. I got to figure out how to fix that. I really appreciate the super chats during those replays. And I will read every single one. I will thank every single one on Monday night's show, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many there are, even if I have to do it at the end of Monday night's live show. We always read every single super chat. And I get it. People are like, well, I'm not throwing a super chat now because he's not going to thank me on the screen. I will thank you on the screen on Monday. And thank you all for your contributions. And thank you, Moth Loves Detracting, big supporter. Chill Station 7, another big supporter, says content cucked. Yeah, suffer content. He ruined PWR's show earlier. And, you know, especially when you're a newer content creator and he's monetizing, just starting to make money, to do that to that kid, knowing that's going to screw his channel up, screw his show up. Ralph, you're a piece of shit.
I have a dangerously low bank account. Please tip me today.
Yes, dangerously low, but Chill Station 7 is here to help with that, right? Hey, there we go. Candy Moon is here and says, happy to catch you live, finally. Pig ups. Not big ups, pig ups. Yes. Well, what else did I have here? Okay, I'll share this tab here. This is funny. We're going to talk about this because people are angry and upset because the trolls are giving Phil money just to reach him and comment on some of his fuckery. And I kind of agree. I don't think you should give him money. Just put it in all capital letters and put it in his live chat. If he doesn't see it or respond to it, who cares? All the people in the chat will see it, you know. But, you know, this is a very important point. Somebody sent him $5 just to ask this. Why don't you give your viewers a break after making so much money for your birthday? Why can't you just enjoy a full day as a thank you to them with no goals? Now, that would be a kind thing to do, right? Okay, you guys give me $2,000, so I'm just going to play some games today, and we're not going to have any goals. But please do contribute. Please do support, because today's another day or something. You got to say it diplomatically. This piggy collected $2,000 on his birthday. And instead of, like, being thankful for that money and giving his dents a day off of the begging, he just went right back to begging. Just went right back to begging. I'm going to look on PWR's. Yeah, he's only got yesterday's show, so he took down that show most likely because Ethan Ralph N-bombed him and F-bombed him and screwed up his show, which in turn screwed up my show. I should have captured those calls I wanted to share from his show. But I'm thankful that we at least got the Ralph call in. And I know somebody captured that stream, but it's a little late to do anything about it now. So yeah, this is important. And I can't believe that this clown, Darkside Phil, you know, he collected $2,000. This is a good point. Why can't you just give everybody a break? Just give everybody a break and like, just enjoy one day knowing that you got $2,000 yesterday, right? And you know, just let people enjoy a day without begging. You think after collecting $2,000 in one day, he could do one day without begging, or at least one stream. He didn't even do that. He went right back to begging like crazy. And I have a video here. DSP aggressively begs like a crackhead for pizza. So I guess we'll start with that. And then I guess we'll check in on his stream, but, you know, do I really want to watch him play a drug game? Not really. You know, his gaming streams are pretty bleak.
Something, brother!
And this, of course, is from Snort Hogan, so big ups and shout out to Snort Hogan for collecting the clips so I don't have to.
Please support the stream. I know some people were very upset that I did not play Adam Fall on Monday, but we're playing it today instead. And please support the stream so we can hit the goal.
Right after the $2,000.
Okay, and do the DSP tries it at the end of the gameplay segment. But we need to hit the goal in about 2 hours. All right, right now we're over $60 to support. Less than 100 to go.
Positive, meaningful
to hit the goal,
content.
To get the 10 goals hit and do DSP tries it. So, guys, we are more than halfway to our goal now.
More than halfway to our goal. Oh, wow, look at that. Gabriel Lundas just became a YouTube channel member. And if you didn't already know, if you become a YouTube channel member during a live broadcast, we'll give you a big shout out and a big thank you. So big shout out, big thank you to Gabriel Lundas for supporting the show, becoming a YouTube channel member. Now you get the extra goodies. You get a YouTube channel member badge. You get extra videos. You get priority reply in the comments and in the live chat. Thank you, Gabriel, and welcome to being a Praise the Cash member. Praise the Cash. Hallelujah. God bless you, Gabriel. CIA host with $1. And no message. I just see $1 from CIA Ghost. I'm pretty sure, especially when I do the UFO shows, there's a lot of CIA ghosts out there. But thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. And we have Stroyer with £5 and 1 for the goal. Pig Ups, brother. Rarely ever donate, but you've done good work recently. Hope you and your family are well. Well, me and my family are $5 up on the world thanks to your kindness, generosity, and support. And thank you for helping me to keep the YouTube hamster wheel going. 1 for the goal. God bless you, Stroyer, and thank you for your generosity.
I have no money. Why would you give that man money?
Well, now I have $5 from Stroyer, so I can't say I have no money. Phil can, though. He lies to his audience constantly, right? Loser.
This is excellent. This allows us to get back on track.
Get back on track. He just collected $2,000. He just collected $2,000. Now he's begging for money to buy a pizza. And by the way, what is his goals? Like $150 per stream? Is that what his goals is? I don't even know. I think it's 150 per stream. So he's begging for $150, and then his reward for the people that gives him the $150 is going to be, I'll buy a $10 Little Caesars pizza, and then I'll stuff my face with it, and you can watch, and then I'll just keep the 140. Why wouldn't people just get their own Little Caesars and just eat it themselves and reward themselves? Why are we rewarding a greedy, disgusting, begging pig? And by the way, I said I wouldn't talk about his wife, but I have to now. This dude sat on stream drinking like a lunatic, right? Scamming his audience for hours on end, begging like a crackhead for hours and hours and hours on his birthday, ignoring his wife for a full-on day on his birthday. He collects $2,000, and then he goes right back to saying stuff like this. We got to get back on track, guys. We got to get back on track. You're not on the track. You got $2,000 on one day, and the next day you're begging for pizza money like a crackhead. And now it's his anniversary, and today is his anniversary. He ignored his wife all day to beg his dents for more money on the internet, to beg like a crackhead. He sat on stream ignoring his wife on his wedding anniversary. And then, just out of coincidence, his night stream gets canceled because the crackhead that he tried to get to co-host the show with him was too cracked out, or too, heroined out, or methed out, or drugged out, or drank out, or whatever, couldn't make it. Do you think that this upstanding husband would say, well, I'm going to take tonight off and spend it with my wife since it's our wedding anniversary? Nope. He's going to ignore his wife. He ignored his wife all day today during their wedding anniversary. Tonight, he's going to ignore his wife all night so that he can beg. Like, imagine, he must love begging. Or maybe he loves just playing games and ignoring his wife. And by the way, I know a lot of men who play games and ignore their wife, but not on your anniversary, you dumb dickhead. Not on your birthday or her birthday. You got to step away from the distraction and take care of your family. That's your wife, dude. You want her sitting by herself for how many hours on end on your wedding anniversary? Just let her sit by herself. That's why people say she's crying downstairs, Phil. You loser, degenerate. You're a terrible husband. I said I wouldn't talk about his wife, but I have to now because this is important. He ignored his wife during his entire birthday, except make me food, bitch. And then, he's ignoring his wife during their entire anniversary in favor of begging mentally challenged, disabled people on the internet to give him their disability checks. What a scumbag. Every time I think he can't get any scummier or any dirtier or any, greasier, he does. He exceeds my expectations for how low he could go constantly. It's amazing.
by all means, let's get back on track today. Let's hit that goal. We're going to do a DSP tries it if we do get our goal today.
Let's get back and see. He's pissed off because he drained all of his dents on his birthday. He didn't hit like 3 goals in a row, and he's really pissed off about that. Like, this greedy son of a bitch, he thought that he could drain his dent mentally challenged audience, moron audience, of their entire disability checks in one day, collect 2 or he wanted 3,500. He thought he could collect 3,500 and then the next day just hit his normal goals as usual. Like, you know, there's going to be a dip in the road when you extract that much money at once, or you would think he would know that. You'd think, like, this man has no shame. Like, and like, I would be so ashamed if I did a birthday stream and everybody gave me $2,000. First of all, I would take the next day off, maybe the next 2 days. And then the next couple of shows, I would just be thanking people for the $2,000. I wouldn't even announce a goal. I'd announce any super chats or support, but I would be very low key about the money because I just got $2,000. Because it's just embarrassing. I don't understand how he's not embarrassed to collect $2,000 and then go right back to begging them and twisting. Look, listen to him in this. He's twisting their arms like, we got to hit the goal so I can get some pizza, you motherfuckers. Why don't you spend the money why don't you buy the pizza with the $2,000 they gave you, you greedy son of a bitch? My God.
All right, well, progress. We'll see what happens in the next part.
Progress.
All right, so folks, here's the deal. We have 1 more hour to hit the goal. We are at $86 out of the 150 goal. When we hit the goal, I'm ordering Little Caesars for DSP Tries It, which I'm excited to do. 3 different food items. First time I'm doing a Little Caesars in over 12 years.
What's this? What is it? What do you say? What's up, Cobra? Seems your wife won't quit dressing you funny. Missed you, brother. Yeah, I haven't seen you around, and good to see you. I'm always happy when I haven't seen somebody in a live chat and they pop up. So thanks for popping up, Pentaxenstein, and thank you for the support. God bless you for your generosity and longtime show support. I really appreciate it. I'm just wearing a hoodie today. And I think I have a plain black shirt under it. So I don't have the Cobra shirt on today. But we thank you for your kindness.
I have no money. Why would you give that man money?
Yeah, why would you give that man money? And we have Trolly Troll says, I'll toss in a red chip. Thank you. Trolly Troll's been a supporter since, I don't know, for years now. Trolly Troll's been in the live chat. Always big support. God bless you for your continued support, Trolly Troll. And thank you for your generosity.
The dollar signs are too powerful for a lot of people, man.
They're not too powerful for me. So let's make my dollar signs in my bank account more powerful, my friends, because it's a good thing. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support, Trolly Troll. And then we've got Damon Vector, who is already a generous Praise the Cash member of our YouTube channel here, who has generously gifted a free membership to somebody else. This is why you got to hit that subscribe button if you're a subscriber, but not yet a YouTube channel member, and a kind and generous friend here like Damon Vector buys gifts a Truth Seekers membership. You can win it, but you must be a subscriber like Exotic Overture, who was gifted that free membership by Damon Vector. So congratulations to Exotic Overture. You got a free membership, and thank you, Damon Vector, for your kindness, your generosity, and support.
Throw money at me.
Ha ha. Yes, throw it. Throw more, friends. Throw more. There's another one. Thank you, Damon. There's another one from Pentaxenstein. By the way, I wanted to name my son either Damien or Damon. My wife wouldn't let me. Pentaxenstein. If you have no fear, you're fearless. If you have no shame, you're shameless. Phil is shameless. Yeah, good point. You're absolutely right. The guy has absolutely no shame. Like, no shame whatsoever. But thank you for your kindness. Doubling up, Pentaxenstein with 1 for the goal.
Well, let's face it also, money talks.
Money does talk. And thank you, Pentaxenstein, for having your money talk to me. God bless you for your generosity. Let's get back to the begathon.
The first time that I'm trying any of these items.
No, and imagine being willing to beg this much to get a Little Caesars pizza. Isn't this guy supposed to be Italian? Dude, I don't know. I grew up in Philly. I had friends from South Philly who were all Italian. They would shit on a Little Caesars pizza before they ate a Little Caesars pizza. Like a real Italian guy, really? And he says, "Oh, I'm jonesing for Little Caesars pizza." Aren't you supposed to be Italian? Like, not for nothing, Little Caesars pizza got me through some tough times being a starving artist, right? $5 for dinner, all right. And it's plenty for dinner, you know? They used to be bigger back then. So $5, it's not great pizza, but it'll keep you alive for a little while. But come on, Little Caesars is the lowest of the low of chain pizzas. Pizza Hut is better than Little Caesars. Domino's is better than Little Caesars. Papa John's is better than Little Caesars. Honestly, I would rather eat a very good quality frozen pizza than a Little Caesars pizza. He's here begging and twisting arms and complaining and crying that he's trying to get to this mythical goal so that he could buy himself Little Caesars. And it's so greedy. Like, you just got $2,000. Why don't you just buy the pizza and do the thing on you instead of everything being on your audience?
All right. Please, let's hit the goal. If you're here enjoying, please support the stream. If you're here and you just like my content, please support the stream. I haven't hit the goal now in 3 streams. We want to hit it on.
Oh, by the way, if we hit the goal tonight, I'm going to eat pizza. But I'm not begging for Little Caesars. I got some pretty good pizza, and I'll eat some pizza if we hit the goal. Unlike this loser. Yeah, Archaic says make your own. I don't know. We had frozen pizza day today because, boy, did I have a day. We had some shit happen today. I always say, being the father of an autistic child, it's not just a job, it's an adventure. And today I had quite an adventure. He's okay. Everything's fine. But, geez, did I have a stressful day today. I don't even know. I don't know what kind of pizza it was. Maybe Tombstone. I don't know. It's a Tombstone sausage and pepperoni pizza. And I never like to eat too heavy before a show, so I just ate real light earlier. I think I ate half the pizza. So I have half a pizza. That's all I can offer. Half a pizza, right? Sky prop. That's, you know what? That's absolutely true. Friends, I need to gas up my car, so let's hit the goal. I really do need gas, Sky prop. I'm going to the cabin tomorrow. It's 100 miles. It takes a quarter tank to get there, and I only have a little under a quarter tank. So I definitely need gas, friends. Let's hit the goal. I don't want to have to push my car the last few miles to my cabin, Sky prop. I need gas in my car. Let's hit the goal. Yeah, frozen pizzas have gotten better. Yeah, because there's so much competitions, right? Frozen pizzas are snack pizzas to fill. All right, well, I'll have a snack pizza, right? I have a snack pizza. Magus123 says, I applaud you for taking care of your kid. I specifically treat special needs children and love working with them. Well, good for you. Yeah, we had a situation today. Every once in a while, my son, he's 13 now, he gets, all I could say is very irritated and agitated, and he will react. Like, for example, he'll grab his brother by the hair and pull his brother's hair and you know, whatever. And he did that to an aide today. So that was very concerning because that aide is like so kind to him. She loves him. He usually loves her, but today he was just in a bad mood and he was waiting too long in the car. It's a long story, but so he grabbed her by the hair and she got startled and her glasses fell and broke. So we're paying for her glasses. She's fine. Zach's fine, but it was just very stressful to deal with. And this all happens while I'm trying to get the other one off the bus too. So it's not just a job, it's an adventure, you know, sometimes, but you do what you got to do. He's calm. After that, he calms right down. Like he just had an outburst or a meltdown. And, you know, if you know autistic children, you know, they're prone to that sometimes, but he hasn't had any kind of issues like this for years. So it's kind of concerning to us.
This stream, so we can do the DSP tries it by the end of the stream. Okay? So please support it. Anything appreciated. Right now, we do have a good amount of super chats. We have some memberships and we have some tips. The one thing that we're lacking today is subs. I think we have 1 sub on Kick. So some more subs on Kick would be appreciated. But hey, anything. Okay?
Anything. Mail me the pennies out of, like, we're getting to the point. We're getting to the point with Darkside Phil that I truly believe that he's going to start asking the dents to mail the change from their couch to him. Like, that's the only way he could possibly get worse with the begging is like, listen, guys, I found out that there's a Coinstar machine next to me. For anybody around the world who doesn't know what a Coinstar, you could go to a Coinstar and then they'll take your change and give you dollar bills, but they charge you a fee. It's a ghetto thing. But anyway, that's coming next. You're gonna be like, listen, guys, I found out there's a Coinstar machine near me and I need some extra money. So I need you guys to dig around your house. All you guys, you dents, you morons, dig around your house. Ask your mom for any change she has in jars and send it to me. Here's my P.O. box. And if we hit the goal, I'll eat some pizza for you or something. What a piece of shit. Mariner1712 with one for the goal says, gas money for Cambian. Enjoy your PUV. Phil bought utility vehicle. Yes. Yes, I will. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity and support. Mariner1712.
The dollar signs are too powerful for a lot of people, man.
Yes, they are getting more powerful for me. Thank you, Mariner1712. God bless you. Thank you for your generosity. Lynn Hauser with 10. Forget a candlelit dinner. It's a begathon. How romantic. Life of being married to DSP. Well, I got to tell you that my wife doesn't really understand what I do. Like, she was just telling me that somebody at her work asked her what her husband does. And she's like, well, it's kind of, he does this show on YouTube, but I don't really, he yells and screams a lot and he busts fake scammers and, it's pretty funny. But thank you, Lynn Hauser, for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of the show. It is much appreciated.
Throw money at me.
Yes. More. We need more. Throw more. Yeah. So my wife doesn't really understand what I do, but I would not. Here's what I have done. Sometimes there's things going on and I had a guest scheduled, so I couldn't cancel a show, but I worked around it. So I don't know, but I would not stream all day long while begging. I can't imagine my wife, like, she knows if you're going to be on the internet, like, other people that she knows might see what I do or whatever. And I don't think she cares about anything that I do, but she would be ashamed to see me beg like this loser. She would tell me to get a fucking job. I know her. She would be like, listen, you can't be begging morons on the internet like this. You got to get a fucking job and have some respect for your family and the rest of us. Suffer, piggy, suffer. Back to the begathon.
Very nice.
It's only
okay.
Oh, and by the way,
Toasty Chestnuts, please shut the fuck up. Seriously, stop being a troll.
He's getting upset. Shout out to PWR with 600 people right now. Look at that. Look at his live chat. Shout out to PWR with 600 people. Fuck you, Phil, you loser. What did you have, 170 during yours? Loser. He's getting felted by a brand new streamer. Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, you gotta love it. You got to love it. Oh, and I'm getting distracted. Pinned in the live chat is H-Bomb's channel. Let's get some subs for H-Bomb. He is right now at 945 subscribers. Look how close he is to getting monetized, friends. Have you ever had a dream? Have you ever worked on something incredibly hard? Have you ever had a goal that took too long to accomplish? I know we all have. And H-Bomb has a dream. And H-Bomb's dream is getting monetized. And in the meantime, H-Bomb has been helping me and letting me content farm him. Okay, that's the truth. Like, he gives me stuff. We have a good thing going, and he's very cool. He's like, you can use anything on my channel. I was like, anything? He's like, you can use anything you want. Just give me a shout out. So shout out to H-Bomb. Tonight's introduction had a few videos you saw from him and his channel. It's pinned in the live chat. H-Bomb. go over to H-Bomb's channel and subscribe. And while we're at it, I don't want to leave out the Kick chat, and we have to check in with the Kick chat, see who's over there and what kind of support we have over there. Praise the Kick chat money, man. We need that Kick chat money. I need that Kick chat money. I really, really do. I need that Kick chat money. So shout out to let's give some shout outs to the Kick chat users. My Kick username, Lodanost. I think I'm saying that right. And I apologize. I apologize if I'm not. Oh, 1 second. You know what? I think I can make this bigger. Yes, I can. Oh, that's much better. All right, now I can properly read the names. I'm sorry about that. Lodanost. Shout out to Lodanost. Marcus Aurelius is over there. Chill Fuji is over there. Del D is over there. Ultimate TND is over there. Heroin Flush is over there. DEID is over there. I mentioned my Kick username, Ultimate TND. We have Mad Hat Merchant is over there. F9000 is over there. Hawkeye 555 is over there. Heavy Kev 555 is over there saying, let's fucking go. Yes! My Kick username is there. Yes, my Kick friends. So I'm going to check in with the revenue tab over there. We'll see if we have any shout outs to do. I want to take a moment to really thank you, Kick supporters, because it really, really does help. So today we had one person gifted, one kind and generous person, Chifuji, gifted one subscription over there on kick.com. And if you want to watch us on kick.com, it's kick.com/Truth Seeker Show. And we thank you for the kindness, generosity, and support. And big ups to the Kick chat and Chief Fuji for supporting on Kick. I love Kick because so far it's been great. It's the only alt video platform we tried that I made any money on. Every month, it feels like I get one extra paycheck in the week, in the month. You know, like imagine if you went from your current paychecks for a month to suddenly getting 5 a month. It really does help. I'm going to be doing some good things for my family with that, with the Kick money. So thank you so much for your support, everybody on Kick. And of course, the one gifted sub, Chifuji. Let's get some more subs over on Kick, my friends. Let's get some more. But in the meantime, we thank Chifuji for their kindness, their generosity, and their support.
The dollar signs are too powerful for a lot of people, man.
Oh, that's not the one I wanted.
Dude, I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
That is the one I wanted. All right, let's try to get through this. God, this is a 7-minute video, and we're an hour in. More than an hour in.
Because if you keep doing it, I'm just going to ban you. I'm not going to put up with your nonsense.
Oh, he's going to ban people.
Podcast was good,
Pussy.
Real King Michael. All right, guys, come on.
Let's
get some more support.
Some bonus material.
Let's hit the goal. All right? Let's do it.
Banger.
I need within 1 hour we have to hit it so I can order so we can have the food around 4 o'clock.
John
okay?
Doe, why don't you just tell him to stop?
Again, guys, reminder, please support the stream.
John Doe.
We have less than an hour left, and if we hit the goal, it is DSP tries it today.
But thank you for your kindness.
So I would love to do that money at me. Today would be a great day to do it. I'm craving Little Caesar's pizza, right? I've been wanting to do it for days.
It's quality.
So please support the stream,
there.
guys.
Keneme's family finally watched one of my shows.
No, I would not go bald
it was
for
the
a goal.
one where I was wearing an alien mask, sniffing
But I would
panties.
love to hit this goal, guys. Come on, can we just hit it?
Quality content.
Enough with this, like, wait until last minute, and then we get close and we don't hit it. We haven't hit a goal. Oh, here's one right here. We haven't hit a goal in a while. It's been days now. And obviously, I want to hit this. My backpack is full. Obviously, I want to hit the goal today. I want to do this.
He's upset because
I really want to do this DSP tries it today. I'm interested.
3 shows. Yeah, once
if I find 5 more herbs, I can actually do a second one.
But it's good because Kick comes on the 1st of the month and YouTube on the 21st.
So come on, let's get some support.
And everything else is the 1st.
Because it's going to be another 30, 40 minutes I have to order. Couple quick shout outs.
Yeah, we need more kick money to buy dildos. That's exactly
if they're
what
legit.
I do with
don't
it.
know if they
Yeah.
are. Nope, that's a troll.
He does. He has no sense of dignity. No dignity whatsoever. His dignity left a long time. Like, I don't
And a
know.
troll.
I'd be embarrassed.
So yeah,
to be
guys, it
doing
would be
this every
great if
day.
we could hit the goal. We're getting no legit support at all. We're just getting, like, literally, I'm not kidding. For the last 40 minutes, it's been a bunch of small troll contributions. We've been at 86 for over an hour.
I haven't gotten a super chat in an hour. Fucking come on, guys. Come on, guys. I haven't gotten a super chat in almost an hour. I love when he does the thing where, like, he says, we've been streaming for 2 hours and I only got one $6 super chat. Yeah. Most tasteless says, Steve, I usually root for the bad guys in the movies, but you're a really good dude. So I'm pulling for you, man. Thank you. Well, I don't, maybe I'll have a dark side arc myself. I'll become Darkside Steve, right? Beggars on the street have more class. I agree. He's an addict and addicts have no shame. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, though, this guy.
And we only have a half an hour left to order if the food for DSP tries it. So please, let's hit the goddamn
And this is
goal.
what he does.
I don't want to.
Please, let's hit the guy. Listen to him the way he talks to his audience. Please, let's hit the goddamn goal. I only have a half hour before I have to order the pizza. Just order the pizza with the $2,000 they gave you, you greedy scumbag. Why are you so goddamn greedy? You just got $2,000. You can't afford Little Caesars when you were just gifted $2,000 out of nowhere? And then you scammed your audience on your birthday. He collected $2,000. He was supposed to do a shot for every $100 in donations. He only did 7 shots. He fucked them out of the rest. He fucked them out of 13 shots. He just consumer frauded his entire audience. He blew it all on Hogan pulls. Yeah. That's what I'm going to start saying. All right, guys, I'm going to check in on the goal, right? What, are you kidding me? This is low support. No, that can't be right. It says we're only at 11 of 50. Are you guys kidding me? Come on, guys. None of this. Stop waiting until the last minute and then we don't hit. Come on, guys. What are you doing? Let's hit the goddamn goal. Come on, guys. Let's hit the goddamn goal.
3 straight streams now.
I'm not eating this cheap-ass frozen pizza for no reason. We got to get a lot more support.
Where we're not getting it. So let's do it. All right, let's get some support here. Anything. Send me the chains from your couches, boys. As small as a buck helps. Seriously, it adds up. So let's do it. All right, guys, real talk. 10 minutes left. We are only $45 away from hitting the goal, so I can do a DSP tries it and hit a goal for the first time in 4 streams.
Oh, he hasn't hit a goal in 4 straight streams. That's why he's so pissy. Because he's not hitting his goals, and he looks like a loser because he is a loser.
Let's do it right now. Let's get some support.
Let's
hit this damn goal. I did just receive a $5 tip.
Yeah,
Only Ice Infinite
let's hit
Animal is
the
my favorite
goddamn
playthrough to watch at the
goal.
moment.
That $2,000.
Well, guys, then get me to the goal.
Actually, he spent
and we'll keep
$3,000 on
you know?
WWE champions. So he's 1,000 in
Right
the
now,
hole.
the problem is all
Lewis
the playthroughs I'm
Camus.
doing are kind of stagnant. We haven't really played anything new recently that's been any good. All the games that have come out are just half-assed, quite frankly. Right? Nothing has stood out as being good that's been a new game. There's not much I can do. You know, people want Minecraft. We're doing that Friday. People want
man,
Blueprints.
come on.
It comes out tomorrow. Well,
Yeah.
first of all, Sammy Lynn did a $2 super chat saying Little Caesars is like $6.
I think then somebody was saying to just tell my son not to do that. Well, good luck with that. He's intellectually disabled. He's nonverbal. His comprehension is much better than his actual speech. You know, like you can hand him a paper plate or something and say, put that in the trash can, and he understands it. He will. But more complex things like don't put your hands on people, don't touch people, don't hit people. He doesn't understand that. So, you know, and if the only way nobody with an autistic child would like try to give you Nobody that has an autistic child would not understand that sometimes they have meltdowns, and there's some autistic children are extremely violent to the point where they have to get extremely medicated, live in group homes. It's rough. Chill Station 7 says, "Let's go. Yeah, let's hit the goddamn goal. Let's hit the goddamn goal, friends."
Dude, I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
Well, I will if we hit the goddamn goal. I'm just going to be like DSP for the rest of the God. I will if you brokies help me hit the goddamn goal. Like, what the hell, guys? We're only at 12 of 50, Like, we're already an hour into and 15 minutes into the stream, and we're only that far along. Come on, man.
There's not 150. Well, first off, I'm ordering 3 different things.
Somebody
ordering 1 pizza.
Somebody called them. They're like, Little Caesars doesn't cost $150, but this fat pig's going to order 3 pizzas for just him and his wife.
Secondly, I'm getting delivery, so you have to pay for delivery. You have to pay for the tip.
You're getting delivery from Little Caesars when you could just get in your car and go get it?
To pay for tax. So you're wrong.
This guy is the laziest slob I've ever seen. No, I'll just DoorDash and pay, $15 extra for this pizza, this slop pizza, by the time I'm done with DoorDash and the tip. Just get in your car and go get the pizzas, or send your wife to go get the pizzas.
But thank you, Samuel Lynn, for the super chat. Ian S. has just tipped me $40. So let's find the correct animation. Wow, we haven't played this animation in a while.
Y'all were generous too. I thought they were
$30
generous,
animation here, even though it's
Harry,
a $40
thought
tip
they'd
from
be
Ian S.
generous,
That's the biggest
but
tip of the day.
Doesn't look like it. Not tonight. They've got a headache. Yeah, even 3 pizzas with tax and soda and sides isn't $150.
So for the first time in 2 days,
Well, that's a
we have
scam.
hit a goal.
Yeah, guaranteed a Little Caesars is 5 minutes
And
from
that
his
means we've
house.
officially done
Exactly. This is a scam. Go buy a $20 pizza and pocket
Number
$130.
one, we have hit goal 10 out of 20.
He's
So
telling
now we're
people
working
he
towards
needs
20, which
100.
may or
He
may
needs
not
to hit
be
$150
the new pickle
to buy
menu
Little
from
Caesars.
Popeyes. We'll
That's
see.
a scam.
We
This
may
is
or may not do
total
that. We have to
scam.
talk about it over the next week.
A lot of people
But-
are saying that. Don't think Cat is there anymore.
I got the drip go. I got the drip go. I got the drip go.
We made it. We made it through the begathon. Praise the begging. Jesus Christ, right? All right, so that one was DSP aggressively begs like a crackhead for pizza. And next we'll do this quick one, and then we have the longer one. This next one, he's talking about ignoring his wife on their wedding anniversary, which to me is pretty sad. You're just going to ignore your wife and leave her alone while you stream and beg for money. He must really be addicted to that video game that he's pumping thousands of dollars in like a loser.
Now, another thing, because honestly, I wasn't going to bring this up today at all because this is private stuff. It has nothing to do with you guys. But today is my wedding anniversary. And already you were idiots over in the Kick Chat, the usual LARPing trolls. Oh, he's on stream instead of celebrating his wedding anniversary.
That's a valid criticism. You're begging on the internet instead of spending time with your wife. You're ignoring your wife and sitting in a little room by yourself, talking to your moron dents and begging them for change and every dollar you can extract from them instead of spending time with your wife.
Idiots. So, as you guys well know, I've had a lot going on this year in my private life. This week already was a crazy week with the birthday marathon.
A lot of people are saying that his wife left him because they haven't heard her or seen her for quite some time. And knowing the little bit I know about Phil, I think if his wife left him, he would do one of two things. Either he would use that for sympathy to beg, start crying like, I'm down to one income and my bills are piling up, and or he wouldn't want to give the detractors the win, because if he admitted his wife left him, that's a big L for him. So I think he might just pretend that he's still married. Lenazar with one for the goal. That $2,000 had the shortest lifespan of any money ever earned. Did it even have time to see the inside of his wallet before the next plea began? No. It's just mind-boggling how much he begged right after. I thought he would calm down the next day. Nope. The next day he went right back to begging like a crackhead, like the $2,000 didn't even show up. And we know that why that is, because TJ Gamebox said he spent $3,000 on Hogan pulls, $3,000 on a mobile wrestling children's game. So the $2,000 didn't even get him out of his addiction hole.
Cash money, bitches. Cash money.
Thank you, Lenauser, for your kindness, generosity, and support. Big support tonight. And Trolley Troll with another one. I saw your post in X about those UFO guys. YouTube won't let me say their names. Maybe you can comment to make up for the lost content earlier. Yeah, oh, by the way, I'm banned on, what am I? I guess I'm muted on Twitter right now. I called somebody a scumbag, and they reported me like a little bitch. And so I think it's an 8-hour ban. I'm not allowed to post anything on Twitter for 8 hours or tweet anything or like any posts or retweet anything. It's so ridiculous. And I was talking about Christopher Bledsoe, who basically runs a UFO cult. And what people don't understand is that one of the members of his cult literally went crazy and then stabbed their father to death and live streamed it on Twitter while talking about the cult leader and his cult leader bullshit. And they're trying to say it wasn't that the cult leader's fault. The cult comes to his defense. And I'm here to tell you that he was directly, it's my opinion, I'm allowed to say it. I believe that this kid, Christopher Gray, who stabbed his father to death on a live stream, he live streamed it. There was a direct causal relationship with the UFO cult run by Christopher Bledsoe. I believe that. That's my belief, and I'm allowed to believe what I want to believe. But thank you for your kindness, Trolley Troll, and reminding me to tell people I can't tweet for a couple more hours. Chill Station 7 with one for the goal. Let's be honest, the real reason he neglects his wife is because he's a closeted homosexual. A lot of people are saying that, too. He did want to bang Andy, so they're... Imagine, look, even if you're, I don't know, dude. I would think even if you're gay, wanting to bang Andy is too gay for gay. I don't know. But big ups to Andy. He's got a guy who wants to see his rippling muscles, Chill Station 7. And thank you, one for the goal.
Why did I spend the money? So just why did I spend all that money? Because I'm going to get more. Trust me. I know I'm going to get more. I know I'm going to get more money. You don't have to worry about it.
Even just that clip, by the way, these are real clips of shit he said. I didn't AI that shit. I took it all from a soundboard of him actually saying this stuff. So he ignores his wife for his entire birthday, except I guess he made her make him dinner, right? And now he's ignoring his wife during their anniversary. When does he spend time with his wife? These are the special occasions that your wife expects you to spend time with her, you dumb dickhead. He's a terrible husband, man. Thank God he doesn't have any kids. Imagine what kind of father he would be. And by the way, I knew a gamer that had a kid, and he was the worst father I'd ever seen. He would sit there and play games and ignore the child to the point of neglect. It was terrible. That's the kind of father Phil would be. Lo-Fi Samurai. Hey, I got that right. $4.99 from Lo-Fi Samurai. That's one for the goal, and we thank you for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of the show. Much, much appreciated. Thank you.
Dude, I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
Yeah, the beatings will continue until the donos improve, my friends. The beatings will continue. All right, we're at 16 of 50. That's almost halfway there. That's a little more respectable. But guys, let's hit the goddamn goal, all right? I'm tired of this shit. Let's just hit the goddamn goal, and then we can just enjoy the rest of the show. And I don't have to watch the goal or read any more super chats. Let's just hit the goal right now. Let's just hit it right now.
My wife was working. We are already going to celebrate, but we're going to celebrate next week. Okay. In fact, we have an extra day off slated for next week.
Oh, wait, let's count this up. He also ignored his wife on Valentine's Day and instead spent it begging. So let's review. Valentine's Day, ignored his wife, spent his day begging on the internet. His birthday, ignored his wife, spent his time begging on the internet. Now, his wedding anniversary, ignored his wife all day and night, and instead he's begging on the internet.
To spend time together rather than on the actual day of the anniversary. All right. So FYI, next week there's going to be an extra day off. I will talk more about that as we get closer to.
So basically, what he says to her is, listen, I have to beg 6 days a week. So no matter what's going on, whether it's Valentine's Day or anniversary, my birthday or your birthday, fuck you. You're going to celebrate when I tell you to, bitch. Like, that's the level of what kind of a husband he is. That is like abusive. That is literally abusive. Like, listen, I have to beg 6 days a week, bitch. So I don't care if it's fucking Valentine's Day. We'll celebrate on the day that I already have scheduled off, bitch. Wedding anniversary? I don't care, bitch. We're celebrating on the day I want to, bitch. My birthday? It's my birthday, bitch. And if I want to spend my birthday begging, I'm going to do it. We'll celebrate when I tell you we're going to celebrate, bitch.
Next week's schedule. So you guys will know well ahead of time what days I'm here and I'm not next week.
He says he's going to take an extra
not a big
day
deal.
off
It's my
next
personal
week.
business. FYI, we're probably ordering out dinner today. Probably something my wife loves, like sushi or something, to celebrate. But outside of that, it is what it is. When you get older, you realize, hey,
I have to spend the.
yes, it's nice to
I
celebrate
have to get felted
holidays
by
and
Cambian
anniversaries,
instead
but
of the evening
usually
with
don't
you.
get to just take entire days off in the middle of nowhere
3K, give
to
it
do
to him.
so. You got to just do it when you have time.
Phil mounts
And we're
his
going to have
wife
time
into
next week.
battle.
And that's when we're going to celebrate it. Actually, you guys are right. People are like, you look like you're wearing the Vice City shirt that Tommy Vercetti wore. You're absolutely right. That's what this shirt looks like. I didn't realize it till right now. You guys are dead on correct. It does look like Tommy Vercetti's shirt.
He spent his wedding night arguing with trolls on Twitter.
All righty then. Excellent.
Yes,
All right.
he is gay.
Anyway, so folks,
he is definitely gay.
welcome to the show. We got all the nonsensical stuff out of the way, and now we can talk about the important topics, of which we don't have any today because I checked and there's really no game news going on to really mention today. There's nothing that I really
forgot
need
he's
to update you
live
guys
now.
on. What I would like to do is talk about how yesterday's streams went because yesterday was a very positive streaming day, that's for sure.
I got the drip go. I got the drip go.
Oh boy.
I got the drip go. 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 I got the drip go.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. I forgot Phil is live, so let's go over to that. He's got a whole 200 people watching him.
Sorry for the last minute changes in chaos. I know that many of you tonight were probably expecting Smart Guys and said,
yeah, but your
good.
crackhead
Phil's final
co-host
wrestling
couldn't
commentary
make it.
show before WrestleMania. His third and final, surprise host is going to be here. It's going to be a hype night. We're going to have wrestling
Phil
commentary
Fish,
and all
yeah,
kinds of fun stuff. Phil's going to unpack
Snort.
more WWE cards. Right? Everyone got all excited.
Yeah, the co-host is either too drunk or
and
too
then
high
all
to
of a
show
sudden,
up.
last minute, sadly, we had some bad news.
What's going on with his hair, man? It looks like pudding on his head. What the fuck, man?
See if I can find the correct font here. We had some bad news during my stream of Blueprints earlier today, which was quite fun, and I was actually having a great time with the game for the record, and I hope you'll check out the videos.
Assholes for taking too many vacations.
Blueprints moving forward. It's a roguelike puzzle game, which is very unique. Thinking of a roguelike puzzle game, has there ever been one like this before? Probably not. It's actually an original, which is rare these days to get something that's original. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I'm getting burnt out. I'm kind of like, I think I've had enough of this guy.
Here. I got word that my
because he
host
is this
couldn't
cheap
make
guy.
it, that there was a big emergency going on.
Crack.
And because
Crack
of that,
cocaine.
there was no way they were going to be able
There's
to
a
make
big
the show.
emergency. Crack
and I thought
cocaine.
about, well, I could do the show solo. But honestly, number one being that it was a last minute thing. I just found out about this maybe an hour before.
Yeah, big
the end of my
emergency.
earlier
Crack
stream.
cocaine.
So
The big
it wasn't like I
emergency
gonna be
was a
able to give
crack
people
binge.
A big notice. You know what I mean? It was definitely going to be feeling like a last minute notice deal, which I don't think many people were going to be too happy about.
Yes.
That's number one.
He's begging.
Number
His
two,
co-host overdosed, and his hair looks like pudding.
I don't know how many people were going to like
And
a
he's
solo
gay.
show regardless. I'd done 2 solo Smart Guy shows about a month ago, and diminishing returns. The first episode, people were kind of shocked that it was solo, but then the
Just
second
crack.
episode,
Give
people were
him
like, we don't really
legit
like.
people.
They like the fact that I'm doing co-op
Phil got
commentary.
big dog.
So-
PWR so bad.
I
Yeah,
talked
I want to
to,
see that too.
the person, and they said they can do next week for sure. For sure. And
Unless
I thought
they have
about it, and I
another
was like,
crack
well,
emergency, right?
there is one more week of wrestling content before WrestleMania. WrestleMania is not this week, it's the week after. Okay.
Oh, I forgot. He's
So
fat
basically,
too.
well, I can't get my hair today to do anything I want. Look at it. It like will not stop
He
sticking
would
up
put
right here.
chloroform to sleep.
It just sticks right up. We won't do nothing, right? So anyway,
Why won't he just say who
I
he
thought about it and I was
who
like,
it
all right,
was?
so here's the
Yeah,
deal.
It's a big
if
secret.
I delay Smart Guys a whole week, right? What'll happen is
Billy Badass,
we
you're
could
talking
talk
about PWR?
the final week of coverage of wrestling. I don't know how important it's going to be because, for example, it seems like next week,
I'll
this
see if I can
coming,
find it for you.
SmackDown tomorrow night and then Raw on Monday is filler. It really does feel like it's all filler. Like we already know pretty much all the matches for WrestleMania have been determined. They were all announced over the last week, these title matches and everything that are going to happen. So in this regard, I don't know how much
Just
more
search for PWR Darkside Phil,
commentary
and you'll find
will
it.
be added,
But
or having the extra week.
I'll
really
put
matters,
I'll put
you know,
PWR.
wrestling
Why am I promoting
But-
PWR on my channel? But I will.
I definitely think it's better to delay it a week and do it next Thursday night.
PWR channel.
All right, as the last piece of content before my longer weekend, because I actually have Friday and Saturday off of next week. So have it be the final piece of content I do before my weekend break.
Crack is.
And then,
I hear
you know,
that in
come back on the
PWR
day after
Southern
WrestleMania,
voice.
so that would be
Crack
Monday.
is serious
And,
business. If you want to know the
on
truth
that day,
about it, bitch.
do a super show
I don't do
where
it
I
as well as
cover,
him.
all of WrestleMania, what I liked, what I didn't like, have guests. I've already confirmed that at least one, if not more, of my guest hosts are going to be on my Smart Guys Super Show that Monday to add their 2 cents into what they thought about WrestleMania.
Yeah, he's got
So-
Ethan Ralph. Great.
It's going to be a
If
good
Ethan
show.
Ralph could put
Anyway,
the crack pipe down.
better
enough.
to delay and still do it than do a half-assed show tonight with just me. Right? And the truth is, it's fine.
Yeah.
We didn't have to do Smart Guys tonight.
guest
We have more
host
than
smoked
enough
too
stuff
much
to do.
crack
And I
and
started
couldn't
thinking,
make it
what can I
tonight,
do
so
as
he
an
had to
impromptu
reschedule.
stream in place? Well, I don't want to do Minecraft, so we'll do
Seeker.
Minecraft tomorrow.
With one
I
for
already
the
did
goal
Blueprints
says
earlier
he's
today. I don't wanna do
old.
more of that
Yes,
tonight.
yes, and praise the
I'm doing
cash.
Street Fighter tomorrow
Without
night.
going
so
into
that's
specifics
out.
yet
We
again,
just did
yeah,
Call
I
of
have no
Duty
money.
last night. So
I'm
I'm checking off
be
all the
honest here, I
boxes.
have no
Adam
money
Fall
right
we
now.
just played, and I don't want to do a narrative.
God
play that
bless
people
you,
will miss
Scope
and
Seeker, for
complain.
your kindness.
Same thing with Discord
Generosity
Elysium.
and
Discord
support.
Elysium is
One
doing
for
well
the
because there's
goal.
a small group
Let's
of people that have
go.
been showing up and supporting it. I don't want to do an impromptu stream where they can't make it.
Let's
and
hit
now
the
they'll make it
goddamn
up.
goal. Don't
So-
hold out on me, friends.
Basically, I'm like,
HOA
going through everything, I'm like, well, there's
violations
two
all
things
over
we
the
could do.
place.
Number
Yeah,
one, we
I
could
bet
play
you his
Schedule
HOA
1,
outlaws do
which
it
I
using
played
your property for
during my
commercial
birthday
purpose,
marathon, but only
like
for a little
running
bit
a
over an hour.
business.
We didn't get too far into it. We basically just got to the first part where you're open world doing all the, selling.
AA
and setting up
meetings
your
are more
business and all of that,
entertaining.
and
Well,
then we
some
ran
of
out
them
time.
are actually.
So
You hear some of the
maybe,
stories are more entertaining
we
than the
could do
Smart
that.
Guys Super Show
Or we
could
could
ever
just
hope
chill.
to
We
be.
just have a late night chill stream. Those are our two options. If you just want to hang out tonight and talk, we
Ethan
can do
Ralph
that.
loves them
Or we can play
Zanny berries.
Schedule
Yes,
1.
I
Like,
hear
I'm down
that.
for
Yes.
either. It doesn't really matter to me, but I hope that if you're gonna hear, you're
Ethan
gonna be here
Ralph,
to
it
chill.
was gay,
that we
bitch.
have
It was
stuff to
gay
talk
like
about.
you, Phil. You owe me money, bitch.
Rather
You
than
owe
me
me
just
money,
kind of like
Phil.
standing
Yeah,
here
he
sitting
was
here with
very
nothing to do.
pissy
Okay.
that he didn't get a cut
Also,
of that money. The
We had
co-host
two
did
packs
too many
of cards
Zanny
that were lined
berries.
up for tonight's Smart
I
Guys.
couldn't be coherent
Okay, these are
enough
the
to talk
WWE
about
Topps
wrestling
Chrome
for an hour.
cards.
Only the most professional,
All right,
meaningful,
and these were the ones that
positive
we had set up
content
that we were
from
going to
DSP.
unpack.
Get
if
him,
we hit support goals.
get him,
tonight.
blazing man.
Well, now I'm not doing it, so obviously that sucks. I have a whole other box saved up for the WrestleMania show.
He's so pissed off. He spent so much money on these fucking cards, and he can't like extract money from his dents to look at his sweaty men cards.
So, in that regard, tonight, if we hit some goals of support, we'll do live unboxings.
He's going to fake goals tonight. I guarantee it.
Of Topps Chrome cards, regardless, even though
he can't stand to take an L. You know, like somebody being too cracked out on crack cocaine, or somebody took too many Xanny berries or whatever and they couldn't make it. That's an L. You know, a normal person would just go like, well, the guest couldn't make it, so we're going to do something else tonight. But he's not going to be able to take the L, right? Like, oh, I was going to get money to open these cards, and now I can't do the money for the cards thing. So even though I'm just playing a stupid video game, I'll still put this out. Oh, I'll open these 2 packs of children's cards filled with sweaty men. I mean, I know there's girls on the cards too, but it's mostly sweaty men. That's what Phil likes. That excites him.
not really related to the content we're doing tonight,
Yeah.
I'd still
You
do
think?
it. And keep in mind, one of these packs has the rare chase card in it. The actual good-looking rare card that's numbered and may actually be worth something. Okay? So, let's see. If we raise $100 tonight of support, I will open up one of the packs live.
1 whole pack for $100. He'll open 4 whole cards. So generous of the king of begging.
If we raise $200, I'll open the second pack. All right? Now, am I expecting that to happen? No. Because this is an impromptu kind of stream. I'll be honest, I don't even know if I'm going to get any support tonight.
Yeah, because you're a loser.
Because we don't even know who's going to show up. You know, no one was really planning on a Schedule 1 stream or a chill stream tonight.
Now, remember, he could have taken tonight off and just spent time with his wife on their wedding anniversary. You know? And you know, listen, I've been married long enough to know that little things matter. Right? Like he could have went to the supermarket, got a card, happy anniversary, got a dozen roses, you know, a cake or something nice, whatever. Maybe not a cake if your wife doesn't like cake. I don't know. You know, he could have went to the supermarket and got a couple of things and made his wife a nice night on their anniversary and spent time with her, you know, maybe watch a movie or something. Just chill and relax, give her the flowers. No. And by the way, it's not like, how can he not afford to do that? This guy is cheaper than my father, dude. I was thinking that the other day. Like my father was legendary cheap. He could squeeze a penny till it screamed, dude. Like, not my father, but somebody in my father's family who are also cheap. They used to go to McDonald's and steal the ketchup packets, and then they would sit at their kitchen table and empty the ketchup packets into a ketchup bottle. I swear to God, that's how cheap my father was and his family was. Phil is cheaper. He just got $2,000. You can't go to the supermarket and buy and spend $50 for your wife on an anniversary. Jeez, dude. Lanauser with $2. Unboxing of cards. Yay, I can relive junior high. Exactly. Exactly.
I have a dangerously low bank account. Please tip me today.
I guess, Lanauser, he has a dangerously low bank account, so you got to tip him today. Like, I can't, I don't understand why somebody's not in his live chat going like, close down the stream and spend time with your wife, you low-life scumbag, selfish bastard.
So, there's not much that can be done in that regard.
Oh,
all right?
can't do very much.
This is definitely a kind of off-the-cuff, on-the-fly session. Let's see how tonight goes. Let's see what you guys want to do.
Teeth is here. It's a party now.
Play if you so choose.
Suffer, wife.
Not,
I got to stream, and I can't let the detractors win, bitch.
Right now, so let's
praise the cast. Thank you, Cave Teeth, for hearing
All
the
right,
call
we start off
of
tonight
the goal.
with Final Fighter 87.
I have no money.
$2
Why would you give that man money?
First contribution of the night. Phil, what did you think of the Elena trailer? These trailers are pretty worthless. I'm not going to lie. They don't show anything that's like from in-game anything. It's a pre-rendered FMV.
God bless you for your
support
support
and representative of what that character is going to look like.
He's wearing a middle school dance shirt. Yeah,
for example,
yeah, it really looks like that, right? Like something your mom would make you wear.
And everything.
My mom would be like,
figure a damn thing out about.
I remember once
by watching the trailer. So I did briefly.
I had like a dance in my freshman year, and they called them mixers because I went to all boys Catholic school. Talk about gay. And they would do this thing called a mixer, and they would get like the all boys school and the all girls school would get together in the like high school gym, either the girls' school gym or ours. And my mom like lost her goddamn mind because I was just wearing a sweater and like black jeans and a black sweater. She was, I think it was a black turtleneck. She was like, "You're not wearing that. You have to put on a suit." I'm like, "I'm not putting on a suit. Nobody's wearing suits, Mom." My mother made me put on a suit, but it's okay because my mom was kind of ditzy. So I put my clothes in my backpack and I left in the suit, and then I changed when I got to school to the school dance because it was like casual. It wasn't like a prom or like a like a soft hop or freshman dance or junior prom. It was like just a dance, and like the girls were wearing like surprisingly slutty outfits for having all those nun chaperones around. I know the nuns used to send some of the girls home, or they would make them change, But anyway, that does look like a shirt that
Watch the trailer
you would wear
on social
to
media.
a grade school or early high school dance.
And
look at it.
I was like, okay, it's Elena.
So
you can't really
gay.
tell much about her moveset. You can't tell about how she's going to play. You can't even tell if she's like tall, because in Third Strike, she's kind of a tall character. So will she be a taller character, like kind of like Minot, or will she be shorter? You can't tell anything. It's just the stupid, the NPC arcade mode character standing next to her, which doesn't mean anything, and then her doing some dancing moves and stuff, and that's it. So,
oh, he's crying about the game.
It's worthless. I mean, them announcing that she's the next character, we already knew that. They did say the date, and the date is laughably stupid. Are you ready for this? Elena,
I just checked in with the goal, and it's a tragedy. We're only at 18 of 50. Will we hit it? Who will hear the call of the goal?
Final season.
I'm running out of excuses, right? We've already used, I need money for pizza. I need money to put gas in my car.
Season 2 DLC character for Street Fighter 6.
I'm not as good at begging as Phil, so I don't
comes
I
out
don't know
on
what to
June
beg
5th,
for next.
the launch day of the Switch 2. Do you think anyone is going to give two flying fucks about Elena?
I'm surprised, like, he got that $2,000. You think he would have bought the Switch 2 and then streamed with it? Because people who are buying the Switch 2 and streaming the games are going to do very well, I hear. No, he blew the $2,000, and then he's going to go back to his audience and beg for the money for the Switch 2. I guarantee it.
In Street Fighter 6, when the Switch 2 is releasing, and everyone's going to want to see people unboxing, hooking it up, playing games on it, and playing Mario Kart World, the actual new game that's happening that day.
That's true. My kids,
no one's going to give
kids
a
haven't
shit
been
about Elena.
eating so good in
So,
the Go Horizon.
pretty
So I'd
stupid
like to get them some
release
chicken
timing,
nuggets
in
and
my
French
opinion.
fries. We got an
They
air
could have had her
fryer.
come out a few days early.
Maybe
They
some
could have had her
cereal
come out a few days
so they
later.
don't starve to
Instead,
death.
they're
Right?
literally coinciding it with the release. So
Alpin
very stupid.
900. Hope you're good.
And to be
The
honest,
puppet of him was
that's
funny.
the last
Yeah,
thing I'll
I'm
be doing on
emailing
that day.
that guy. I want to buy that
I
puppet.
realized that I did actually
No one wants to
I
see
did
Phil play
actually
the Switch 2.
say I was going to play with all the DLC characters in Street Fighter 6. I have so far, but this season, right? This season I played with Bison. I played with Terry Bogard.
No, I think I could still DM H-Bomb.
Overall, I really like.
By the way,
Vi,
let's
actually,
go.
one of my
Yeah,
notes
let's
there. I thought
go
she was a
over
great
there.
character, but we never even went back to her.
Did I put H-Bomb? H-Bomb. Let me check. I have to check. Yeah, look. We've temporarily limited some of your account features. We have determined that you have violated the X rules. Calling somebody a scumbag is a violation of rules. So we've temporarily limited some of your account features. While in this state, you can still browse X, but you're limited to only sending direct messages to your followers. No posts, reposts, follows, or likes. Your account will be restored to full functionality in 3 hours. So, lesson learned. It's really not worth calling somebody a scumbag. It's not worth it. I won't do that again because that does screw up. If I can't tweet, people come to the show because I tweet it out. And so, yeah, I kind of screwed myself on that deal. So, but it is what it is. I've got 3 hours and 24 minutes. This stream may go long. I don't know. Let me see. Come on, it won't let me. Now I can't go there at all. They're not letting me go to X at all. I'm hitting start and it doesn't do anything. It just, God damn it. H-bomb. Oh, you know what? I can go to my stream and get your, I was going to put your, yeah, let me do that. I have pinned in the live chat is the link to H-bomb's YouTube channel. And I said it before, I'll say it again. Maybe you've had a dream. And H-bomb has a dream, and his dream is to get monetized. And he's at 949 subscribers, which means he only needs 51 of you to go over there and subscribe. And then he will be able to praise the cash. So let's help out H-bomb and get him 50 people to go over there and subscribe. He definitely makes decent content. People like it on my show. I'm going to put it in the Kick chat as well. Subscribe to H-bomb here. If you're here, you like DSP felting content, he makes it. So I've put it in the Kick chat. It's pinned in the YouTube live chat. Just take a moment and help a man with a dream. I believe that you may have had a dream, whether it's getting monetized on YouTube or banging a hot broad or, 5 hot broads at once, right? Or having a coke and whores party. Everybody has a dream in their heart. And H-bomb's dream is to become monetized so he can make a little extra money on YouTube. And he's been making these videos completely and totally unpaid for how long now, H-bomb? A couple of years? You've been grinding for a couple of years trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, but it's a weird niche. So let's see if we can't get H-bomb over the edge, because honestly, I'm tired of begging for subs for him. It ain't my channel. By the way, subscribe to my channel, bitches. Fuck H-bomb. No, really. I'm doing fine with subscribers. He needs some help. Haven't you ever needed some help? You ever have a flat tire and you can't get the tire off and some big burly man pulls over in a truck and he helps you get that tire off? We all need help. And H-bomb needs a little bit of help. I've already subscribed to him, and so should you. Because he's a man with a dream. And dreams should be realized. How long are we going to make this guy just grind away for free and not get paid? He needs those YouTube ad pennies to buy cocaine and hookers. Hookers are not cheap, and cocaine, have you seen the price of cocaine lately? It is ridiculous. This economy sucks. He can't, listen, he wants to buy the good non-fentanyl cocaine, okay? So go on over to his channel and help him out. We don't want to see him, have a bad time on that fentanyl bad. He needs the good stuff. For whatever reason, he's having trouble getting over the finish line, and I would appreciate if you help him, and the universe will reward you. Someday you're going to need help. And if you go over there and help H-bomb, praise the YouTube ad pennies, hallelujah. Someday that good karma will return to you, my friend. At another place, at another time. You're going to need help in your life. And since you are willing to do something nice and help another human being, the universe will remember that shit and help you, right? Maybe something goes wrong and a hooker dies, right? You need help to bury the hooker in the woods somewhere. You never know what's going to happen in life. John Doe, who is already a Praise the Cash member, has done something incredibly generous and gifted a True Seekers membership. And you got to subscribe to win these free memberships. So make sure you hit the subscribe button like Dist Optimus, who was gifted a True Seekers membership by John Doe. Thank you, John Doe, and praise the cash, bitches.
I have a dangerously low bank account. Please tip me today.
All right, but it's getting better. So I'm going to hit refresh on H-bomb's channel here. And I don't want to be disappointed. I'm giving him valuable airtime and begging for him. Yeah, I think my suspension got worse because before I could look at my Twitter and now I can't even look at it. H-Bomb has 949 subscribers. How are we doing here? 958! Holy shit, we could get it tonight! 42 more you bitches need to go over there. From the Kick Chat, from the Twitterverse, from the... Oh, wait, I can't broadcast on Twitter either, I don't think. God damn it. 42 away, my friends. H-Bomb is 42 away from a dream. Do we want to see him hit his dream tonight? Let's go over there. Big support. It doesn't cost anything. Couple of mouse clicks. And H-Bomb can live his dream and have extra money for drugs and hookers and all the things that make life fun. Right? No, he's a good family man with a wife. He's going to use the money for good things. Right? He's going to, yeah, I'm already subbed. I know a lot of people are already subbed. So it's become more difficult. The first couple times I pumped his channel, he got a few hundred, I think. But, I only have so much juice. So I've done my best for you there, H-Bomb. And hopefully we'll get 42 more people. I'll pump it one more time before we're done tonight.
And now, I don't know.
Let's go for H-Bomb.
I'm going to probably be too busy with the Switch 2 and other stuff because the release timing is stupid. And then here's the thing.
He's going to
I very
be
well
busy
could
playing
wait
children's
a few
video
days
games
to
on a
use her,
Nintendo.
But the FGC
The H
is so
stands for hook
stupid
and pulls.
that they literally exposed the entire meta of the game within hours of it being out. So the moment she's out, you're going to have people, here's all the meta we already figured out. Here's all her top strategies, all her top combos. So if you're not playing from day one, moment one with this character, you literally won't be able to hang.
I appreciate you,
This
H-Bomb.
character
Thanks for
will be
letting me
either
content
worthless
farm you
or
and
everyone
use
dominating
you
with her
so
within a
that I
week,
can
and
be
you'll just
lazy
be left in
and
the
just have
dust
you
because
do
that's how the
a bunch
FGC
of
is.
my
They're a bunch of
content.
morons
Yes.
who ruin their own games for no reason at
No,
all.
he's a good
They're just
guy. He
stupid idiots
deserves
for
to
sharing tech.
monetize. Come
I don't
on,
get it.
guys. Get over there.
So,
Get over there and help him out. Because, listen.
I don't know.
Oh, wait.
I'm not really pumped for the release of Elena because of the way they're doing this.
Listen, I'm not entirely altruistic here. If I pump him over that finish line, he's going to owe me big, right? No, he doesn't. He's not going to owe me. He's already paid me in letting me use content. He's helped me produce David Wilcock content with the Gayinator 2000. He's a good guy. And we need more good guys. There's too many scumbags on the internet. People like Ethan Ralph and Mersh and Nick Fuentes and Rakita Law and all these scumbags. Like, can we have some decent people on the internet making good content? That would be great. Is this guy really complaining about this meta thing again? Like, they've had walkthrough guides since the 90s, Phil. No, this is a secret. We have an audio file in the live chat. Come on, bro. Jesus Christ, some people are such fucking crybabies. It is what it is. Wilcock was already gay. Yeah, but H-Bomb made him gayer. And I'm here for H-Bomb making him gayer because it makes the whole thing funnier. Now I'm lost. All right, let's go back to the whining.
He never should have had that bit on June 5th. That's the stupidest move they could have possibly done, in my opinion. Nasty Mandy.
And yeah, he's complaining because he's a professional video game player, but he's lazy. Did you hear what he said? You'd have to be playing it from the day it was released. Then do that. You're a professional. You should be doing that. He doesn't want to actually have to work at the game. He just wants to stream it and play the game terribly and have people throw money at him. He's a lazy
$5 super
moron.
chat. Schedule 1, what a beautiful night to ruin lives and communities. There you go, Nasty Mandy. Yes, I figured that's like the one game that I can fit in tonight.
Just subscribe to
really affect the
H-Bomb.
rest of my schedule.
Yeah.
No one
if you went over there and subscribed, put in all capital letters, subscribe. I subscribe to H-Bomb, and I will thank you myself. I will thank every person on air here who goes over and subscribes to H-Bomb tonight.
We could just do a chill stream too where we talk and hang out. It's totally up to you guys.
H-Bomb, I will regretfully eat.
If we're not going to do the game, I'll
Little
take
Caesar's
the cover
pizza
off
if
my
we get
chair
1,000
so
plus.
that the neon green stops blinding.
That's a good deal.
So let's see what happens. Let's see what you guys
That's
vote.
a
We'll
good
give it a couple
deal.
minutes here, and then we'll see if we come to a determination. Thank you, Nasty Mandy, for the super chat.
972. Yes. Yes. He only needs 28 more. Come on. 28 more. 28 more. We can get him over the edge tonight. Let's get him over the finish line, friends. Forget my goal. No, don't forget my goal. I need the money, bitches. Don't forget my goal. He's got his. I got mine.
What would you guys like to do tonight? Let me put it this way. Do you have stuff to talk about? You want to tag me in chat? We want to have some discussion and hang out? I'm down for that. If not, if you want me to boot up Schedule 1 and we play that, I'm down for that. So let's see how it goes.
Again with the boardroom meeting.
Bronto did a $2 super chat. Why do you want to control how everyone plays Street Fighter 6? I don't want to control how they play Street Fighter 6. I don't. It has nothing to do with controlling how people are playing. It's spoiling the game. Like literally spoiling a competitive game, that the fun of the game is exploring and learning how to play the game for yourself competitively, because that's a measure of skill. But that measure of skill has been completely destroyed and eliminated from the FGC because they all just spoil the meta within days.
Yeah, I'm blocked
They're
out of Twitter
actual
for the
morons.
next 3 hours.
Actual stupid idiots.
Yeah,
There's no other
everybody's
explanation
an
for
idiot but Phil.
Because when I proposed this and I said, why would they do it? Is it for personal gain? Is it for clickbait? Is it for money? I was told, no, there's literally no views and no money. So you do it for no reason. You do it because you're actually an idiot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how do you
Yeah,
not understand
multi-million-dollar
that
company.
actually
Everybody that
exposing
runs
all
it.
of the competitive information about a competitive game so early before anyone
Right, man.
actually gets their
I'd
hands on the
subscribe.
game and
Thank
tries
you
to
for
play
that.
themselves
Everybody that
is in
subscribed, put I
itself ruining the
subscribed.
competitive
I will
nature of
thank
the
you.
game. It's absolute
18 to
level
go.
stuff.
18 more.
So
Come on, we got to have 18
again,
people
back
that
in
haven't
the day,
subscribed to
fighting
him
games were
yet,
so much more
watching
fun
both
because when you
streams.
went to play a fighting
Let's
game,
get you kick
everyone
guys
was
over
learning
there.
stuff at their own pace, at their own level of skill. And like I said, it would take months to years for the full meta to be fleshed out. Now a new character comes out in Street Fighter 6 or Tekken. Within 2 weeks, the whole meta of the game is, here it is. This character's top tier. Just use them. Oh, this character actually sucks. Don't use them. There's no exploration. There's no uniqueness between the way people play anymore. It's all been dumbed down to the point where everyone just copies each other. And that's why these games are so fucking boring. And it didn't used to be like that.
975. He's 25
Not
away.
until
25
these
away,
content creators and
friends.
internet, streaming fucking tryhards decided this was what they wanted to do. So I don't know what to tell you. The facts are the facts. Compare Street Fighter 6 era fighting games
Oh, God.
to fighting games over a decade ago before the internet was absolutely ruining them.
You know who had good fighting games? Neo Geo. When I was a kid, I drooled over, like, some rich kid family that we knew had a Neo Geo. I drooled over the Neo Geo. All I had was an NES. It looked like shit compared to Neo Geo.
days.
Neo Geo was the first home console I saw that I thought, this looks just like the arcade. This is crazy.
You had way more fun, an era and time period where things were very exciting because everyone was trying to learn. You had tournaments where first-time matchups between this person and this person trying different tech against each other. You had epic matches. Absolutely epic matches. Where people, wow, the best of the East versus the best of the West, the best of Japan versus the best of Great Britain versus this. Today, literally, it doesn't matter. You go to the tournament, they're all playing. Every match looks exactly the same because everyone already learned the game at home within hours of it being out because of these people who spoil it. So,
oh God, what a whiner!
What's up, King
right?
Michael? Good evening.
What a whiner!
The block
dude.
says,
What a whiner!
Blizzard tried to bring back that feeling of discovery with a season of discovery. Well, I don't know what that means. But it was ruined as well within a few weeks by World of Warcraft content creators. It's an issue across the board. Yeah, it's just, I can understand content creation, right? Everyone's in competition who makes content.
Crybaby,
I would like to argue I'm really not because I'm an anomaly. I'm someone who's just been around for so long that people will watch and engage and support with me. Doesn't really matter what I'm doing. Right now, I'm literally just talking with you, wasting time. And people are enjoying, and we're having conversation.
Oh, yeah,
with
people are
support,
enjoying.
You see? But I'm an anomaly. Most people see themselves that every piece of content they put out, they have to compare to everyone else who's making that kind of content. And they want to beat them to the punch timing-wise. They want to be able to have better quality, whatever it is.
Oh God, what a whiner!
I don't get
Come
it.
on, dude.
You know, I just don't get it. Maybe it's because I never was like that. I don't know.
Oh,
I
H
guess
Bomb
maybe
is
when
up
I
to
should start recording, we should start
980
hanging out a little bit. I
subscribers.
didn't hit record
Just
yet.
20 more to
Answering
go.
questions. So here we go. You know what? I'll take the chair cover off for now. If we're gonna play schedule one, I'll put it back on. But let me take the chair cover off for now.
Oh,
Mostly because it bothers my eyes.
it bothers his
This
eyes.
bright neon green literally hurts my eyes to look at on the camera.
What
Like,
a
oh man.
pussy!
All right.
Jesus Christ! It's not
Here we
18
go.
to go. It's 20 to go.
Well, hello everyone, and good evening and welcome. Tonight we're doing something a little different. So originally tonight I was supposed to do
Yeah, something a little
the latest
different.
episode of Smart Guys, my wrestling commentary show. This was supposed to be the final episode I was doing before WrestleMania.
981, 19
and
to
I had
go.
my third and
Let's
final
get
guest
him
host
over the
lined up and
hump.
ready to go. And then about an hour before the end of my earlier stream, I was notified, sadly, by that guest host that they had an emergency and they couldn't make it tonight.
Yeah, the emergency
Therefore,
was
we
a
have
crack
delayed
pipe.
that episode until
They had an
next
emergency
week.
crack pipe
It will
encounter.
still take place next week.
That's what happened.
So don't worry.
Emergency
Smart
crack
Guys
pipe.
will take place on Thursday, April 17th, 2025 on the DSP
Whoa,
Reacts channel.
big
and also
support.
on my Kick
Yes, big
channel.
support
All
on Kick.
So it really will be the
Fuck
big
Phil for a minute. Big support on Kick. We want to share this tab. Peliquin has gifted 1 subscription over on Kick, and Darkside Lord has subscribed, and Chi Fuji has gifted a sub tonight. So 3 people over on Kick.com has kindly and generously supported the show. What can I say, my friends? I love Kick.com. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for generosity and your support.
Dude, I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
Big ups to all you Kick people. I love it. We get 1 extra paycheck a month. I really appreciate it. And yes, I've just checked in, and X.com will not let me broadcast to them tonight. But fuck them. They never pay me. You know, I've been broadcasting on X for 4 years. I've never made a penny on X. All it's good for is promoting the platforms that do pay me. So fuck X and fuck Musk. Like, I called somebody a scumbag, and by the way, they deserve to be called a scumbag.
lead in to WrestleMania. And yes, my guest host will be there.
You think so?
I apologize.
Unless they have another encounter with a crack
pipe.
pipe.
I said tonight, why don't we just do an impromptu stream? And I proposed, hey, we could play some Schedule 1, because if I play Schedule 1, it shouldn't spoil any other playthroughs I'm doing. It shouldn't upset anyone. Like, it would kind of fit into what I'm doing.
Yeah, there's too much.
Right?
Yeah,
So
that's
we
why
couldn't
he's
do that,
upset. You're
but
right.
as I started here, people started asking me questions. I got contributions coming in. I said, let me just hit record. Let's hang out. Let's see how the night goes.
He admits his
And go from
content
there.
is a
Maybe we
waste
will
of
play some
time.
Schedule 1
Phil,
later. I
you
don't
do
know.
that
But
with
I
the
figured, let's just hang
casino.
out and do a little bit of impromptu talking Q&A and see how
He
it goes,
admits
right?
his content is a waste of time.
By the way,
Everyone
his
has to
name is not
compare their
F.
content
Nasty
to
Mandy,
other
it's just Nasty
creators.
Mandy. I
Also,
don't know why there's
Phil,
an
I
F
don't
in
have
front of their
to
name. Let me fix
scream
that.
and beg like PPP. Also,
Sorry
Phil,
about that, Nasty
let's hit the
Mandy.
goddamn goal.
I didn't mean to put an
Yes.
F before your name. That's my fault. Okay.
All right, H-Bomb. That's the
Cool.
deal.
So let's
Yeah.
get started here. We have
Well, I
Jalen
believe in karma,
with a
right?
$2
I
super
help
chat.
you,
Maybe
you help
Octopath
me.
Traveler in the future.
Scratch my back, I'll
Octopath Traveler is
scratch
a game I
yours
missed out
good.
on.
Let's
Because when
get
the
it.
first
Let's
came out, I
get
was
him.
playing Persona
We have
5.
2 goals
When the
tonight.
sequel came out, I was playing
My
another
goal
game.
and H-Bomb's goal.
It seems like it would be up my alley. It has
His just
gameplay
cost you a
elements
few
and
mouse
graphics similar to
clicks,
Final
and you'll
Fantasy
be
VI.
able to help
We
him.
just never got around to it. But this year, probably no. We've already got Suikoden 2 that I'm going to be playing over the summer in its collection. We've got this Claire Obscure Expedition 33 coming out later this month. That looks like it's a hybrid game between Final Fantasy X and Lost Odyssey. With all these RPGs already coming out, I don't think that I'm going to be doing any kind of other RPGs this year. You know, Octopath Traveler is probably a no for this year, all right? But maybe in the future.
Oh, geez.
Yes, I did hear Octopath Traveler is incredibly long, too. So it's another reason probably why we're not doing it anytime soon.
This guy is
For the
so
record,
boring, man.
tonight on Smart Guys, if we had raised $100 of support, I was going to do an unpacking of a pack of WWE cards. One of these 2 packs has a chase card in it. One of the rare cards that's numbered and looks nice.
All right,
It
he's
may
at
even be a valuable
982.
autograph card that's worth a lot of money. Okay. If we hit $100 of
18
support
to
tonight, I
go.
will unpack live one of these cards. For every $100, I'll unpack one. Okay.
Very
The record.
exciting. He's gonna show you some children's wrestling cards for $100. 4 of them, $25 a piece. It costs to look at his children's wrestling cards.
Okay. All right. Some tips have rolled in.
People
Let's
are
see here.
paying him money for this kind of slop. Like, this is complete and total slop. He's been live for an hour and 10 minutes. What a bunch of slop.
Here. Our first tipper of the night is an anonymous $2 tipper who says, how do you find Will Smith?
There's no such thing as anonymous tippers. He's full of shit. People want their name read on air. If he's not tipping, if people are tipping anonymously, those are fake ones. Like, I notice when he has something that he wants to say but attribute to other people, not him, you know, like he'll say like, oh, this person said this when they tipped me. So let's back that up and hear what this is probably something he once said, but doesn't want to attribute it to him because he's a pussy.
Have rolled in. Let's see here. Our first tipper of the night is an anonymous $2 tipper who says, how do you find Will Smith in a snowstorm? Look for Fresh Prince.
Bad joke.
That's very...
Yeah, he has no content. He has nothing to say, so he's throwing in corny jokes and attributing them to the donators. Loser.
That's very...
I got to get a bell or something like PPP. So loser. You know, make some noise.
It's words. It's a bunch of words.
Oh, I had a squeaker somewhere.
Not so much for the, the cheesy joke, but thank you for the tip.
Oh, well.
Okay. Soggy Nipples tipped the $1.25 and asked, was Street Fighter 4 the last good Street Fighter game?
Yeah, doing pretty good.
Well, here's the thing.
If I was doing any better, I'd probably get arrested.
First of all, we have to talk about what do you consider an actual official Street Fighter game? Are we talking just numbered?
Yeah, it's up to them. I'll do it anytime they ask me. I'm there.
Like, what about the Alpha series, right? What about Capcom versus SNK 1 and 2?
$100 and I'll show you what's in the back of my trunk, little dent.
Capcom Cross Tekken, you know, or Street Fighter Cross Tekken, excuse me. What about the Versus here? What's a Street Fighter game? All right. If you're asking me what was the last good numbered Street Fighter game?
Oh, this is terrible.
I would say
I think we're going to switch.
In order, if you actually wanted me to order them, I would probably say Street Fighter 2 is the absolute best. Then I would probably say Street Fighter 3.
I think we're going to switch to the
second
video
best.
that I have because this is too boring.
Third Strike Edition, by the way. Not the first one. Third
slot.
Strike, but by far. Then I would probably say Street Fighter 4 was third best. Okay. Then I would probably say Street Fighter 6, then Street Fighter 5, then Street Fighter 1. Street Fighter 1 is the worst because it actually was not made to be a competitive game. It really was. It was designed to be like a messing button masher.
Jesus Christ.
The moves don't even come out precisely when you input them. They barely come out.
Watch him
and the
stuff
game
his face
and
with
everything,
pizza.
and it's just you against AI.
That's got to be better than this, right?
It's just not a good
I would think
fighting
that's
game at
got to
all.
be better than
Street
this.
Fighter 2 was the era when fighting games
This
actually
is brutal.
were born. Okay?
So bad.
But in my opinion, no exaggeration, Street Fighter 2, the original one, actually is still the best numbered Street Fighter game in the entire series.
I remember Street Fighter 2. I don't know that I could argue with him about that. But, all right, so this next video is DSP disgustingly stuffs his face with Little Caesars pizza, and it's feasting with the pig. Ha ha ha. Oh. 1 second.
Here, take a look at this.
He's got a heck of a feast.
Oh, man.
A heck of a feast, friends.
Okay. All right. Prepare your butts, everyone. This is going to be a messy one.
Yeah,
for
prepare
sure.
your butts because you're going to...
This is not going to be messy.
You're going to get diarrhea from eating this slop.
All right, here we go. Well, hello again, everyone out there. It is time for yet another episode.
Yeah, he was talking for a half hour and he said nothing. Didn't his video editor quit? So we're not getting any new bumpers anytime soon, are we, Phil? He probably didn't want to pay him.
I have been making content for 17 years on the internet.
Words
and
until you can't think of any more.
Say things have come full circle. Today is one of those days because just a couple days ago, we were watching on my podcast when in 2013, I last had a
more
taste
paper plates, yes,
of Little Caesars pizza. That's right. That was
Steve,
actually the
I
last
got a kid. Phil
I had
Rage
anything
quits
from
Call
this
of Duty
restaurant.
and
Now,
demands $50
back
to play
then,
some game.
Little
If you want
Caesars was having
that,
a
I'll unlock it right now.
nationwide relaunch where they had reopened stores, rebranded, expanded.
Hey, yeah,
Hot and ready
but I don't know
pizza.
how you're going to send it to me.
$5
'Cause
or
I can't get
whatever,
it on
$8
Twitter.
or whatever it was. Go to the store, pizza's ready to go.
It looks better than his spread on the Teenage
Inexpensive,
Mutant Ninja
fast
Pizza
pizza.
Party.
Okay, I tried
How's
it
the
in
gout,
2013,
Phil?
and
Yeah,
I thought
eat
it was
more of
kind
this
of
garbage.
meh.
See
It
what that
wasn't
does
good.
for
It
your
wasn't
health.
bad. I think I actually rated it 2.5 out of 5 at the time. So here we are, 13 years later. Well, nearly 13
Little
years later. I think about
Caesars.
actually 12 years later.
Oh, kid
Okay?
voice.
And today I am
Yeah,
having
I don't know if we'll
feast
need
of
it. We got a
food
half hour to go through this.
from Little Caesars,
slop.
including crazy bread with marinara sauce.
I'm checking in
including
with my
the
goal.
deep
We're still at
dish
18 of 50.
Detroit style
I'll check in
Hawaiian
with
pizza
the H-Bomb
and
goal. Let's get some
pepperoni
subs
pretzel crust
over on
pizza.
H-Bomb's channel. He's so close,
I have
man.
never had any of these before.
983,
So this is
analyzing
truly
17 more, and
a
he's
first-time
monetized, friends.
tasting
Come
of
on.
these pizzas. For me, I've never had them. And in fact, I never had the crazy bread. When I
This really looks like shit pizza. That first one in the frame, in the lower part of the frame, that looks like cafeteria pizza from high school. Remember that square shitty pizza?
tried this in 2013, I only had the pizza. That was it. I have brought an unprecedented amount of napkins into the office because everything here looks insanely greasy.
Why would you on purpose order really greasy pizza?
And on top of that, they were actually doing a promotion. If you order a certain amount of food, you get free wings. Well, we did get an order of free barbecue wings, but they are so doused in sauce. I was like, there's no way I could eat them in the office. So I might try those later. And perhaps in the future, like on a podcast or,
No, Little Caesars wings are terrible. I tried them a few times when I was poor.
on a stream, I'll tell you what they were like.
Maybe they
But
changed
there's no
over
way
the
I could
years.
eat
I don't
that
know.
here. The sauce would literally get over everything in my office. That's like you eat it in the kitchen or you eat it in the, you have to do it somewhere where it's clean. I can't get anything gross in this office. Okay.
Yeah, like he's saying there's nothing gross in this office. This from the guy who like cranked one out and just shot a load right under his desk and just kept streaming. But he's going to tell you there's nothing gross in his office.
So let's take a look. I think first things first, let's do the appetizer. All right. So what's so appetizing? Well, how about
It doesn't look very
crazy
appetizing
bread?
to me.
The pack had, I think, 8 pieces of crazy bread in it. It's heavy. It is doughy. It's covered in salt, or is it Parmesan? I think it's actually Parmesan.
Parmesan
and it comes
cheese,
with a
you
marinara
moron.
dipping sauce. So, for the first time ever, let's try Little Caesars crazy bread. Here we go.
This is so exciting. Devour. He acts like he's doing a review of like fine food, This is trash.
I'm gonna take a bite of it without
fucking
the sauce
brokey.
first.
No offense, but it's brokey food. This is brokey food. And I've been a brokey and needed to eat this shit to survive. Right? I've had weeks where like, especially when I was a starving artist, where like
Now I'm gonna do it with the sauce again.
a Little Caesars pizza would have made my week. I was eating like fucking spaghetti and marinara sauce with no meat all week, or ramen noodles all week. My big hack was ramen
Interesting.
noodles with frozen vegetables. I used to take a bag of frozen vegetables and cut it up into 4 portions of frozen vegetables, mixed vegetables, and I would put that in the ramen. And maybe if I was
Alright,
lucky,
well.
I'd have an egg in the ramen with my mixed vegetables. That was a good meal for me.
You know
being a
me, I'll be
starving
honest.
artist. But goddamn, Little Caesars is brokey food. I mean, I'd feed it to my kids, right?
It's greasy.
Like if I had my
But
kids home with me for a
the
day and
bread
I didn't feel like
itself
cooking them lunch,
is chewy.
maybe I'd take them to go
Has
get
a
Little
dough flavor
Caesars.
to it. But what really
kids
makes
have
the
weird
bread
taste
good is the
buds. They
Parmesan on
like-
the outside.
My kids
This
like
crazy
Chuck
bread,
E.
you know what
Cheese
that reminds me
pizza,
of?
and that's terrible.
Pizza Hut used to do breadsticks that were very similar to this crazy bread.
It's a piece of
The only
bread with
difference was that
tomato
Pizza
sauce
Hut
on it.
breadstick
Just stop.
had a sharp edge to the edge of the bread. And actually, the Pizza Hut breadsticks had a crunchiness to the outside. But they were exactly the same. They were buttery. Like, these are buttery.
Little
So they would
Caesars
paint
ain't
butter on
bad,
them,
but nobody
bake
needs a
them,
review of
and
it.
then
I
do the
know.
Parmesan
Imagine being so
shape,
poor
and then you
that
would dip it
before
in
you're
marinara,
willing
and
to
it was really
spring
good.
for a
Now
$5 or
Pizza Hut doesn't
$10
do that. Now it's just a
pizza
big
at
lump
Little
of dough. You
Caesars,
rip a piece of
you
dough
gotta
off.
check
That's it.
reviews on YouTube,
This is
right?
reminiscent of old fast food delivery
Slop for the
breadsticks.
pig.
It's good. It's not healthy, but quite frankly, that's good.
Kids are more
So,
sensitive, so bland food
yeah,
can be better for
I
them.
actually
Yeah,
really
they have
like that
different
for an
taste buds.
appetizer. I'm going to take another bite
Bread tastes sweet
of
to
this
them.
one.
Troll. Phil never gets Chinese food. Why do you hate the Chinese so much, you racist?
That's what I
Phil?
want in an appetizer from a fast food pizza restaurant.
Slop? He wants slop? That's what he wants?
Legitimately not bad at all. Very unhealthy,
If
but
I
not bad.
if I pause every time I talk, it's going to take me a year to get through this. So I apologize.
next,
I'll turn it down a
I
little
want to
bit.
try the pretzel crust pizza. I've never had this before. So it's supposed to be a pretzel style edge crust.
And they put
With
pretzel
a red,
salt on it?
you could choose
Oh,
either
this is
cheese
healthy.
sauce or red sauce. I chose the red pizza sauce. With your choice of topping, I said just pepperoni. And it looks like they sprinkled salt all over it.
Oh,
All right.
very
I'll be honest,
healthy.
I don't know how I'm gonna think about this.
Very healthy, Phil.
I don't know
This
about
guy says he's eating
this
healthy.
level. Oh, by the way, they also put extra cheese.
Every week
Look,
he's eating
there's
slop
extra
food.
cheese on there, on top of the cheese already. So there's cheese, toppings, and more cheese on top. Looks like Parmesan.
Just shove it in your
So,
mouth and give us a
My
begging
first
break.
tasting ever.
Yeah.
Here it is. By the way, that's a thick slice for fast food pizza. Here we go. Pretzel crust pepperoni pizza from
Yeah, the
Little Caesars.
vaping pig. I've been there. Smoking cigarettes to make my brokey diet more tolerable. Oh, that's interesting, Neil352. Imagine reviewing school pizza. That's what he's doing, basically.
Okay.
Oh.
They did do the correct sauce.
Tales of the Sonic
Now I'm gonna try
Voyage
the
is
crust.
here. I need my truth seekers. I really, really need my truth seekers. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Big ups, Tales of the Sonic
Cash
Voyage.
money,
Big supporters.
bitches,
Thank you
cash
for your
money.
kindness. At least when he eats, he stops begging for a few important seconds, right? Thank you, Tales of the Sonic Voyage. And we are now at 20 of 50. Come on, guys. We got to get at least halfway to the goal. Oh, Assman 45 ACP. Every time Phil talks, his voice should be replaced with a pig squealing. Ha ha! Suffer, Phil. Suffer, piggy.
It's not the best
Suffer.
pizza I've ever had. For fast food delivery pizza, it's good.
Phil is very impressed with
It's good.
Little
I like
Caesars
it.
pizza.
I'm not kidding.
Come on, Phil.
I actually like it.
Come on,
Okay,
really?
it was warm. And by the way, we ordered it about a half an hour ago.
Thank you,
It
Assman.
arrived quick.
Throw
It's
money
still
at
warm.
me.
Okay.
Thank you for your
The toppings
generosity.
are
God
good.
bless
The
you for
pepperoni
being
is
so
salty but
generous.
tasty. Yes, there is extra cheese on top of the pepperoni, so it's quite salty. But at the same time, you could taste that the Parmesan.
No one wanted to
distinct
watch
from the
him
mozzarella.
play a game of
I would say
white
I wish
women
there was
picking
more
cotton.
sauce. There
Oh,
is red
no.
sauce on the pizza. I wish there was more on there. There's not as much as I would like. I would like a little more, but it's not bad. The pretzel crust, it's not really pretzel crust. What it is it does have a slight bite, like a crunch to it, and they sprinkle salt on top to simulate a pretzel.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like a pretzel.
The pig loves
It
slop.
doesn't.
Yeah, call
It's
me
not crunchy like a
shocked that
pretzel.
this
It
pig
doesn't have
loves
the
this
flavor
kind
of
of
a pretzel.
slop.
But it's actually not bad at all. for
He's
what it is.
addicted to fast food. Anybody that needs to eat fast food twice a week, that's a problem. All right, once in a while, especially if you have kids, you get
Now-
busy, But me and my wife are both cheap. We mostly prefer to just cook at home. Even
Now, here's the
tacos.
real thing you
Make
wanna
our own
know.
tacos. We
Well, how
make
much
our
do they
own
cost?
Chinese food even.
Because-
I do.
Recently on DSP Tries It, I reviewed quite a different bit of kind of food.
It's a $5 pizza. The
And every
frozen
time when I
pizzas in
tell
your
you about
fridge
it, whether
cost
it's good or
more.
not, the thing I have to tell you after the fact is what it costs. And as soon as I tell you what it costs, your jaw drops. And you're like, you're kidding me. That's what food costs in the United States? And I'm like, yes, it's ridiculous. All right? So listen to this. This pretzel crust
It's 3
pizza
times a week. Yeah.
in a full order of crazy bread with marinara. So 8 crazy breadsticks and a full size. It's not small. It's like a medium or large pretzel crust pizza at Little Caesars costs, are you ready for this? $12.
That's a sticker shock. $12 is too much for
$12.
that? I don't know. That
That's
seems
it.
fair.
And it's
Costco
good.
pizza is
For
the
what
same
it
price and
is,
objectively
it's
better.
actually good.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
blown away.
I never had Costco pizza, but you know what's funny? Wawa started making pizza, and I happened to be in Wawa. I had to get gas and a drink and some drinks. I always leave like a couple of drinks in my car, like iced teas, like Lipton iced teas in my car. Um, and I went in to get the iced teas, and I saw they had pizza, and I cook 5 times a week. And I had a rough day, so I was like, oh, I'll just get a couple of these pizzas because they're super cheap and take them home. The Wawa pizza was surprisingly not bad. I wouldn't say surprisingly good, but I would say surprisingly not bad. For pizza from Wawa, yeah. Wawa has free air for tires. Yes, and they have passable pizza for cheap. It was super cheap pizza. Like around here, a decent pizza is $20 for a large, and they're always making the larges smaller, but $20 for a decent pizza, or 15 at least for a decent pizza from a pizzeria around here. But the Wawa pizza is like, I don't know. I think it's like $6 or $7.
You probably thought I was going to say $20 or $25. It's $12 delivered.
So that means it was $8. But you got to add the DoorDash and the tip. Because he's too lazy to get in his car, the fat slob, and go to this place and get the food himself.
And I'm not sponsored by Little Caesars. I swear to you I'm not. Okay?
We know that, Phil, because you can't get sponsors because
So
you're a
I'm gonna
loser.
finish this piece of pizza because it's actually good. It's cheap.
He's so excited. It's good pizza and it's super cheap. I'm going to order this every night so my wife doesn't have to cook.
Like, they're living up to the promise of hot, fast, budget pizza.
I tell my wife sometimes that I'm like, what are you doing tonight, honey? And she says, nothing. Why? I said, because I'm like Little Caesars. She said, what do you mean? I said, I'm hot and ready. She doesn't like that joke either.
And
This might be worse than watching a train wreck. Yes, we're into the slop portion of the evening. We're definitely into the slop portion of the evening.
I can tell you right now, this pizza right here is better than the one I got 12 years ago. That was the 3-meat treat, which was 3 kinds of meat.
He remembers a Little Caesar pizza from 12 years ago.
This just being the 1 pepperoni with the pizza crust or the pretzel crust. This is much better.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow.
The fact that he's so impressed by a Little Caesars pizza means that this guy knows nothing about food. Like,
This is really good.
this is not quality
It's not
food,
real
Phil.
authentic. This is damn good fast food pizza.
He's so
I can't
very
believe
excited.
it. I'm a little speechless.
He's so excited about Little Caesars of all things.
I never
Jesus
expected
Christ.
it to be that good. Holy shit. All right. Moving
DoorDash
on.
plus tip was another $8
Okay, let me get a
probably.
little sip here of my
Yeah, how
ginger
lazy
ale.
you could be that you can't just go to the place and pick it up.
Now,
Call me Astro, hearing the call of the goal. The pig slopping down on pizza when he has frozen pizzas downstairs, and tonight he's avoiding spending time with his wife on her anniversary. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, this is what he's doing. He's ignoring his wife and chowing down on pizza. That's something else. But thank you, Call Me Astro, and God bless you for your generosity and hearing the call of the goal.
Why did I spend the money? Someone asked me, why did I spend all that money? Because I'm going to get more. Trust me. I know I'm going to get more. I know I'm going to get more money. You don't have to worry about it.
He knows he's going to get more pizza, too. The Dents will buy it for him. Thank you, Call
The
Me
other one I tried
Astro.
today is also something I've
Big
never had
support
before.
tonight. Thank you, guys.
Detroit style deep dish pizza. Now, I don't know what that means.
Because
Detroit
you're a moron.
style?
You've never had Detroit
Doesn't
deep
that
dish?
mean that they're supposed to put the sauce on top of the cheese? Because they didn't do that. See? I've got toppings and cheese and sauce under. I don't have sauce on top of the cheese. So maybe this is just standard deep dish, but I ordered the Detroit style. So maybe they screwed it up? Yeah, I think they did. Because all they have on the menu is Detroit style, but that does not look like Detroit style to me. So the way it works is
Detroit, usually the sauce
this
is on the
pizza
top.
is like $14 and change. But let me explain.
We have
You see
something
these
called
two pieces of
Santucci's
pizza
here.
that take up my entire plate.
Santucci's is square pizza with cheese all the way up to the edge and sauce on top. And Santucci's is ridiculous good pizza. That pizza is $18 for a large. The problem is their large is half the size or 3/4 of the size of a regular pizza, large pizza from most pizzerias. It's small, but it's thicker crust, so maybe that balances out. I don't know. Santucci's is the best Detroit style pizza that I've ever had, or in my area, the best square pizza. Some people call that Sicilian pizza, but generally regular Sicilian pizza has the cheese on top, not the sauce on top, but whatever.
8. You get 8 of those. I'm going to repeat myself. You get
That looks like slop, though. That does not look good.
8 large slices of pizza. The box is huge. That shows up at your house. It's like
He's
this
so
big.
impressed with Little Caesars
Okay.
pizza. This is
And it's
something else.
$14 and change delivered. Okay. So it's a
I
ton of
figured
food.
Detroit style pizza would just be on fire all the time.
Let's see if it's any good. All right. I don't know if I'm going to like this or not. We're about
Steve,
to find
where do
out.
I get that? I don't
So
search for
the way it works is
Santucci's.
you
I don't
can
know
either
if you
get
have one near
pepperoni,
you.
just plain
It's
cheese.
awesome pizza,
or
though, H-Bomb.
build your own, where you pick one topping.
Take it back, Steve.
And then you get to pick others, but you have to add. And I think it was $2.50 or something like that for every additional topping. So we chose ham and pineapple. So it was like 14 and change plus $2.50. So this ended up being
Never
like
put pineapple on a
$17
pizza, you
for this
loser.
giant pizza. Okay. All right. Let's give it a shot. So it's definitely deep.
Willie
I mean, look
Frunsworth.
at that. It's very
Can we just
chunky.
watch paint dry instead of Phil?
A very thick crust. The ham actually smells pretty smoky, which is interesting. I don't see a lot of sauce on here. I guess we'll find out. All right, here we go.
Ham and pineapple, gross. No, the paper plates are extra. Adam Levers. Cat's eating another 6 pieces, crying downstairs. TJ Felony, are we watching DSP eat pizza? Yeah, it's slop night here on True Seekers. Yes, we're down to the slop. It's the end of the week, man. Come on. Recently, he used her health issues as an excuse to why he didn't want to interact with Keno Casino, but then backtracked and said, I was lying to PPP to get out of things. Yeah, because he's a loser. Yeah, and let me tell you something. Every time I'm on Keno, it is a big benefit to me. So the fact that he didn't want to do something when they asked him to, he is a fucking moron and a lazy slob. I would probably do just about anything they asked me to do within reason. You know, if they asked me to be on their show for whatever, they asked me to be on their show on election night. I don't do politics. I did it anyway. I had a good time.
One more bite.
He has stroke mouth. Yeah. If he's Italian, why does he have pineapple on his pizza? I don't believe he's really Italian. A real Italian person would not put pineapple on a pizza. I don't think. I don't know.
First of all, very greasy.
Soft teeth and gout mouth.
Okay. All right. So if you like pizza dough more than the toppings of your pizza, that's the pizza you want to go for. The dough is crispy on the edge, has a buttery flavor to it, has a crisp bite when you bite into it, but it's chewy on the inside, very airy, okay?
Well, there's
It's
there's no
pretty
Little Caesars near
decent.
me. They're all in Philly.
Fast
It's a long
delivered
ride.
deep dish style pizza. It's you know, Chicago, not really deep dish, you know, real deep dish pizza in Chicago is like a pie, but for this style, you know, the pan style.
Oh, they don't. Maybe he didn't have to
It's pretty good,
DoorDash. They do
but here's the
delivery, I
deal.
think.
I don't taste sauce whatsoever. I didn't taste a single bit of sauce in any of those bites.
The pretzel crust
I did
pizza is
taste
$7.
some cheese, but not a lot. I tasted some cheese, okay? I definitely tasted the saltiness and the smokiness of the ham, and I tasted the tangy but sweet bite of pineapple. However, you know it's not fresh. Like, take a look at the pineapple that you're getting on this thing. This is a typical canned pineapple.
Yeah, they can't find any
This has
restaurants
been,
close enough to
in
you, your
a
address
can
to
refrigerated
deliver.
for ages. They pop it open.
There's no Little Caesars near me. Yeah, maybe I should open a franchise in this neighborhood. Probably
It's
do pretty
not
good.
incredibly flavorful by any means at all. Okay. Really, the highlight of the pizza is the dough. You taste the dough. And a lot of people crave this kind of pizza. They want that.
Oh, they want the dough. My dad likes Sicilian pizza, the big, thick crusts, square pizza. We used to get it a lot because my dad was a big fat guy, and I think he felt like he was getting more for his money. I don't know. Quasar Blade with one for the goal. Thank you very much for your kindness, generosity, and support. God bless you for being generous and supporting. I'm from Detroit. Detroit style, unless it's called Jets Pizza or have the pizza sauce on top of cheese, is not Detroit style Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza is way superior. Yeah, it's usually sauce on top, right? I would think it's got to be sauce on top, but thank you for your kindness and educating me. I'm not a pizza connoisseur, although I do make a mean wood-fired pizza at my cabin. We have wood-fired ovens. Thank you for your kindness.
The dollar signs are too powerful for a lot of people, man.
Thank you, Quasar Blade. And we'll take a moment to check in with the Kick chat, see if we have any shout outs to do over there. And we do. Big support over on Kick tonight. Peliquin has gifted 1 subscription. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. And Darkside Lord has subscribed. So big support over there tonight. Thank you guys on Kick for your kindness, generosity, and support.
I have a dangerously low bank account. Please tip me today.
All right, they're going to make sure that my dangerously low bank account, you Kick subscribers and YouTube super chatters, are going to make sure that my dangerously low bank account does not stay that way. So thank you very much. Happy anniversary, Phil. What a loser. I'll laugh my ass off. PWR for the win. Yes, fuck Phil. PWR is vastly superior.
The dollar signs are too powerful for a lot of people, man.
Ha ha, never too powerful for me. DSP eating
Crispy
pizza.
edge, the chewy middle. They like the buttery flavor of pizza dough. That's your pizza. If you actually want to taste the toppings and stuff, this was much better. This
He likes the
pepperoni and
shitty
the extra
pretzel
Parmesan they
pizza
put on
better than
top.
the shitty
I
square
could taste
pizza from
all of that together.
Little Caesars.
Here, I'm basically just tasting pizza dough and almost no sauce.
Yeah, I guess we don't have Little Caesars near us. I know we have a Papa
So there you
John's
go.
because my wife gets it for the boys sometimes.
All right, let's finish the piece, and then I'll have a little more of everything.
Actually,
and then I'm gonna
sometimes
give
she
you the
just goes
ratings
to
that I
Chuck E.
think,
Cheese and
okay?
gets them a Chuck. Did you know that? You could just go to Chuck E. Cheese and order a pizza and carry it out. They'll just give it to you in a box. They love that Chuck E. Cheese shit. I don't like it. I won't eat it.
Every bite on the edge is good.
The only thing I've ever eaten at Chuck E. Cheese is the salad bar, which is
Whenever you get
it's not great,
that
but it's better
crispiness
than
of the
eating
edge of
their
the pan,
shitty pizza.
It's really
I guess.
delicious.
All you can eat salad.
Yeah, you see? That
Thank
wasn't
you,
nearly as
Christian
good.
C. Buttery pizza.
And actually, now you can see
Who the F wants that?
it's
Yeah.
pre-made dough.
Yeah, who the F wants that? It's gross.
Check it out. Do you see the holes in the dough?
PWR needs
You see them,
hot
right?
dudes
Those
to help
pockets where
him.
there's sauce,
Yes.
that's pre-made dough. So they don't hand toss this.
I hate.
This is mass made in a factory.
I
They bring
hate
it, they
his
probably ship
thinking
it
face he
frozen,
has
they
while he
thaw it out, and
stuffs
they
his
just toss
fat
toppings
face.
on it and bake it in the pan. It's not
Oh man.
anything fresh made or hand tossed.
Hey, Can You Read My Deadpan is here. Now it's a party. Finally a show when I'm not at work. Good to see you. Can you read my deadpan? And yes, I can. I'm glad you're not at work. I'm glad you're here enjoying the slop. This is some slop shit here. I'm serving up the slop on tonight's pig roast. This is it. Let's be honest, right? This is some slop shit right here. And I will check in with the goals. We have 2 goals tonight. One of them is to get H-Bomb to 1,000 subscribers. He's 15 away. Go H-Bomb. Let's go over and subscribe. Pinned in the live chat is H-Bomb's channel. He helps me with stuff. He makes his own DSP content. He's a good guy. He deserves it. 15 more of you need to go over there. Come on, let's get him over the hump tonight. Let's go. And we are at 22 of 50 for our goal tonight.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm glad we don't have to do overtime because we've been here for 2.5 hours already. It feels like 3.5 hours.
So,
this is
Let's
tough.
go through it all one more time.
Sludging through this slop.
The
They use a dough mixer.
crazy bread is actually a good appetizer. However, I would recommend that you get the crazy bread combo.
It's just
That's
bread,
the crazy
dude.
bread with a pizza.
Did he just?
Because
Don't
the
they
crazy
give
bread
you
alone
like
is expensive.
the
I think it was
marinara in a
$8.
little container to dip? He just dumped it on a paper plate.
But if you get it with a pizza,
Our Keg Revival loves pizza.
It was only
yeah,
$12.
It's kind of hard not to.
for this and the pizza, that's crazy. That's literally
Is H-Bomb a hot dude?
That's a good value.
H-Bomb's wife thinks so. And H-Bomb,
I can't stop eating it.
I
Crazy
forgot.
bread is so crazy good.
H-Bomb, I talked to my wife about the heater situation, so we would like to generously take you up on your offer, but we don't need to worry about the heater situation for a little while. So, and she said the same thing, like we'll show you a good time, buy you dinner, and all that stuff. I have a couple of rooms in my house where the radiators don't work, and I have no idea how to fix that. So, it's just one of those things. And of course, I get the room with no heat. But of course, I would not want my kids in a room with no heat, So I take this attic room up here with no heat in it. But we have radiators. It's just, I guess, the heater's not circulating the heat enough.
Stop eating the crazy bread. Look.
I can't stop stuffing this bread in my big fat face. This dude's going to get diabetes any day now. That's his trowel.
Again, for the record, I'm not sponsored
Pizza
by Little
tastes
Caesars.
like
I
pizza.
swear to
Wow,
you,
crazy.
They're not paying me to do this. I like
yeah,
it.
It does sound hot, right? What's up with the paper
I legitimately
plates?
like this crazy bread. It's
Is
so
he
good.
a child? Yeah, I've only ever seen him eat off of paper plates.
It harkens back to the old
I will, H-Bomb.
appetizers they used to have at these places that they got rid of.
I've never seen him eat off a real plate. Only paper plates, right?
This is better than Domino's.
They don't use
better than Pizza
regular
Hut.
plates. The dishwasher broke years ago.
literally
Is that
better than
true?
all of the
Yeah,
appetizers that
it
they
is
have
true.
because of the
His
plates.
dishwasher broke years ago, and he hasn't fixed it yet. He wants to redo the entire. He's waiting to redo the entire kitchen. Just
I will
replace
say
the
this.
fucking dishwasher, bro. You're gonna have to do it eventually.
At Papa John's,
Bagel Goose says,
they do
"I am
have those
sponsored
jalapeno
by
balls
Little
with the
Caesars,
cheese.
unlike
Those
Phil."
are really good. Those are better than this.
Yeah, imagine
you're
him at
just
a
looking for
fancy
breadstick,
restaurant.
This is actually really good. I like this breadstick a lot.
Your dents are paying for this slop. Is he at least getting the high quality paper plates? No, they look like cheap paper plates. 4 out of 5 4.25 Italians recommend Little Caesars. Yeah, I doubt that. I think most Italians would never eat this slop. He's been pulling too many Hogans,
breadsticks, I give a
so he
huge
needs
thumbs
the
up.
cheap pizza.
Value-wise, if you get it comboed with the pizza, it's actually delicious and worth the money.
Bought RGBs and 2 PCs. Fuck a dishwasher.
The pretzel crust pizza.
Fuck a dishwasher. I'm buying 2 PCs and some RGB lights and pulling some Hogans. For what he spends on paper plates, he could have replaced that dishwasher by now. Who puts takeout
Again,
fast food
I taste a lot
on
of cheese.
paper
I can taste the
plates?
pepperoni.
I don't know. When I was single, I would just eat the
I wish
pizza
there were
right out
more
of the box.
sauce.
I wouldn't even put it on a plate.
But there's
Less
not.
dishes. Yeah, I didn't have a dish. We didn't. Do you believe this? I got through my entire adult life, and my father was so cheap, and we were kind of poor. So my mom never had a dishwasher growing up. That was, and it's sad. That was like a dream of my mom to get a dishwasher someday, and my dad just never made it happen for her. We just didn't have the extra money, or didn't have the space in the kitchen, or whatever. And my mom was also wacky. We lived in the city, and most people put the washer and dryer in the basement. But my mom was like, I don't want to go up and down 2 flights of stairs because the kids' hampers are upstairs and the bathroom hamper and our hamper. I wanted the washer and dryer in the kitchen. And my dad was like, "Real? Are you kidding me?" But we had a washer and dryer in our kitchen. So there was really no room for the dishwasher. But me and my wife, our first home when we got married, it was a really tiny kitchen. There was really no room for a dishwasher. So we just washed them in the sink. It wasn't until we got to this house that we're in now that it came with a dishwasher. And I felt so bad because my wife, when we looked at this house, was so happy. Like, oh, thank God, I'm finally going to have a dishwasher. I've never had a dishwasher. I said, me neither. This is awesome. Yeah. So then we move in, and wouldn't you know, when we moved in, almost everything in the house worked fine. The dishwasher didn't work, and we didn't know it till after we moved in and made settlement. But I got a new one for her because I felt so bad. All she wanted out of the new house, I mean, she had some other things like good school districts in mind, but all she really wanted was a dishwasher. And the one fucking thing in the house that didn't work was the dishwasher. The washer dryer worked, the heater worked more or less, everything worked except the dishwasher. So I got it replaced as soon as we could, right after we moved in.
It's good.
Stuffing his piggy face.
$12 for this whole pizza and the crazy bread.
H-Bomb says 14 to go. He needs 14 more subscribers to be monetized. If not now, you're going to hit it in the next couple of days, H-Bomb. Congratulations.
But the crust doesn't taste like a pizza.
I can't fix my dishwasher or toilet because my wife is downstairs crying because I can't get Hogan pulls before her shift at Best Buy.
Crispy.
Yeah.
It's salty.
That's another thing. I don't understand. If he makes over $100,000 a year, why is he making his wife work a shitty part-time job 8 hours a week at Best Buy or wherever she works? If you made $100,000 a year, do you really need that like $75 paycheck that she's going to get every week to make her do that? The least he could do for a goal or Little Caesars is make a pizza ball or something. Yeah. Phil's only tool is a crappy multi-tool he's got in the toolbox. Something else, dude. Yeah, so in his house right now, he has a dishwasher that doesn't work, and he has one toilet in his house doesn't work. And that's wacky. I mean, I don't know. I have a toilet that you got to jiggle the handle, and I'm replacing that soon because I put one of those repair kits in, and it's still screwing up. But, I mean, it works, but it needs to be replaced. I'm doing that in the next couple of weeks. That's all that's really a problem in my house. I don't know. You know, some people are so helpless that when something breaks, they just leave it be broken. Like, all right, we're just not going to have a dishwasher for years. We're going to have this broken toilet for years. And by the way, I have a feeling that I know why the toilet in Phil's house stopped working.
How can we hire this guy? Don't do it, Phil. Don't do it, Phil. Think better of it. This is a job interview, Phil.
Phil, I'm gonna put a B in my H. Please stop.
You're not doing this, you know.
I can't.
10 times
I can't
a day.
watch
It's not
this.
going to clog up a pipe.
Phil, at least dilute it with dish soap.
No.
At least
Safest
dilute
thing
it with
to do
dish
is
soap,
baking
Phil.
grease.
Anything.
Phil, it's okay if you just put the dish soap in.
No.
Potatoes.
It looks disgusting. Holy.
Time for a plumber.
Oh, yeah, look at that shit in my trash. Oh, that looks
The
delightful, doesn't it?
casino toilet.
Done.
Now, the other thing.
Oh, we have to find a plumber now? The pipes.
Oh my God, is that next week's show? The plumber show?
Oh.
A lot of people.
That's something else. Wonder why his toilet doesn't work. He's dumping grease in the toilet like a fucking Neanderthal. I think she just wants out of the house away from him. Well, he ignores her for hours and hours and hours and hours a day.
I can't stop eating it.
So, yeah, maybe she just needs to get out of the house.
I can't stop. Wow.
Troll. That's something else. We buy a big round steak for her and my two brothers.
Oh,
I was in my 30s before I realized I could afford good steaks. Trauma. He needs that money. He really, really does for his bills. Who's the dude that needs subs? H-Bomb.
You're about to eat an unhealthy, salty meal.
Oh, here's how we'll do it. H-Bomb needs the subs. And I have been playing some of H-Bomb's videos here, so we wanted to help him out to get to the subs. He needs like 14 more to get monetized. So here, I'll give you a little sample of some of H-Bomb's work.
Sure days. I'm gay, we're totally gay.
Suffer Phil. And here's a little longer one. Oh, no. No, that's not it. Oh, I already played. I've already played some of his stuff, and I don't have another one really to play. At least I don't think I do. No, I don't have another one really geared up to play. We'll go over to his channel, though. He has a new one. This pizza thing is getting lame. We'll do a few more minutes of this, and then I'll show you one of H-Bomb's videos. Maybe you guys will all go over to subscribe. He only needs 14 more to get monetized. Let's go.
And the first bite.
Let's go.
You may be like, oh. But then all of a sudden you're like, oh. And you take your second bite, you're like, oh. And then you keep
13
going.
more.
The fries at McDonald's.
13 more.
Oh, my God. They're not good. But once you start eating one or two, you can't stop yourself. You're like, oh.
Did he just say the fries at McDonald's are good?
That's how I feel with this.
That's blasphemy.
Like, I know it's not good for me. I know it's ungodly, greasy, and disgusting.
It's not good for you, but I'm stuffing it down my throat anyway.
My taste buds start to pop. And then I'm like, it's good.
It's not good.
And unlike most of the DSP tries-its I've done in the last several months, this is not expensive food. So you know it's bad for you, but you're also not ripping yourself off. Okay?
Okay. Oh, no, wait. I could play that one again. I played this at the start of the show, but somebody asked what's going on and who's the guy that needs subs. This is H-Bomb, who has been generously letting me use some of his content from his channel and also helping me make David Wilcock, who's gay, even gayer, which is, I'm here for it. So this is what he did to the clip of Phil crying, and he made it so much better. Let's check it out. And then pinned in the live chat on YouTube, pinned right at the top, is the link to his channel. Go over and subscribe.
My wife is an angel. My wife is my saving grace. My wife is the reason why I'm so happy.
He doesn't look happy.
Now, of course, I'm getting emotional, but did you see how angry I was? Before I met Kat, you saw how angry I was, right?
Suffer, piggy, suffer!
I am. Kat is the reason why I'm not angry anymore. I'm happy.
Yeah, he looks real happy. So go on over, subscribe to H-Bomb, and help him get monetized so he keeps making funny DSP stuff. Back to the pig slop. Back to the pig slop. We're back to the slop. The pig eating from his trowel.
I like both the crazy bread and the pretzel crust pizza.
He didn't like this, or the Detroit style, I guess.
Yeah, I do.
If you make $100, $100,000 a year, you could probably take more time off and not beg like a crackhead. Yeah, you would think. Bean casserole. Ugh.
Honestly,
$1,500 for a $12 Little Caesars order. By the way, you're right.
I'm full. I'm not even going to eat anymore because I just ate 3 crazy breadsticks and 2 pieces of pizza and one of the. I
There's
can't
all
eat
this trash in the garbage.
This
I can
actually
smell the picture and I don't like it. Oh man,
it's still not bad, but the fact that I can't really taste the toppings, I don't taste any sauce, and the cheese barely. It's just the dough that I'm tasting. The dough is still good, and man, do I love that crispy edge on the dough. But
he gets an employee discount at Best Buy. Yeah, why wouldn't he get Why wouldn't he get a dishwasher for his wife?
Little Caesars crazy bread.
I bet you because he doesn't do dishes. She does.
On
so he doesn't care.
3.5 out of 5.
I like the part where Phil was gay. Yeah,
value,
go subscribe to his channel.
Buy it by itself for $8, that's way too expensive. But if you're comboing it with pizza, and you're getting a whole pizza plus that for $12, that's outstanding value.
Outstanding value.
I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. But you may actually rate it higher.
Imagine how much less angry he'd be if Cat did the dishes. Suffer, Phil, suffer.
I'm going to give a 3.75 out of 5. Why? The flavor's good. Yes, it's bad
he
for you, but
wastes
it's
one
opportunity,
one big opportunity a year.
And it's cheap.
Pig roast is greater than pig trout.
It's not expensive.
Yes.
It's what you want.
Real tears, not AI.
Greasy? Yeah.
Yeah, those were real tears.
Does the pretzel crust actually taste like a pretzel?
Women are really turned on by men who cry like
is it
bitches.
Delicious nonetheless? Yes. It's
Crockmaster says, "Eat it, pig."
Now, the Detroit style, which
his
by the
hair
way,
does
I really
look
don't
like
believe
pudding.
This is Detroit style.
His hair
I
looks
think
like
this is
pudding.
Just standard deep dish pizza.
Yes.
I don't know why it says Detroit style
and he's gay.
The menu. The Detroit style Hawaiian. The most expensive thing that we got.
Where does her money go? I don't know. I don't know.
There's 8 slices of this. Huge slices of pizza. The box is ginormous like this, like
a ginormous box. Yes.
The dough is amazing. The edge pieces are the best, but can't taste the toppings. Little sauce. Cheese is almost flavorless. Kind of a disappointment. I'm going to give the Hawaiian deep dish pizza at Pizza Hut a 2.25 out of 5. I'm actually rate this
Who
lower.
Who do you think he is too?
Than the
Dave
3-meat treat pizza
like I
that I got there 12 years ago. I would eat the 3-meat treat that they used to
They're
have
both too lazy to do
over
dishes.
this because I just don't see the value of eating a whole pizza.
We use real plates for most everything. Once in a great while, we'll use paper plates. I use paper at the cabin though, because
get the pretzel crust or standard because they have those. They also have big ones too, like extravaganza.
I use paper plates at the cabin when I'm there myself because we have to truck our water in. So just to cut down on the amount of water that I need. Hank, 13 away from 1,000 subs, trying to get there. Yeah, come on, guys. If I'm not going to hit my money goal, at least let's hit the H-bomb goal. 13 more subscribers, and let's check in with the Kick chat. Make sure we have nothing else to call out. Let's see here. Nope, we've called all the Kick chats out. We've read every super chat. I will check in with the Buy Me a Coffee. Make sure I don't have any to call out over there. Okay, Anon bought me a beer and says, "You have no idea how bizarre this reality is. The Kill Stream in Another Life was an amazing show that drew quality creators and produced top-notch LOLs. Most of the lingo still used today can all be traced back to Ralph. The Boulder Stream, the Sector, do you understand? And if I had to guess it was probably, and if I had to guess it was probably you, etc. I hate this reality where a cucked Ralph gave in to his demons and demolished his entire legacy." Well, thank you for buying me a beer. And, it happens. You guys, listen, being a content creator is not all shits and giggles. It's very difficult. And some guys get burnt out. They turn to drugs. They turn to alcohol. They turn to, unhealthy habits. So I have some sympathy for Ethan Ralph. Maybe he just burned himself out because right now he's struggling to get $100 a stream. Like, he's not doing well. So if he was once very good, and there's always, I believe there's a road to redemption for all men, including Ethan Ralph. Maybe he'll straighten himself out and get back to being a good content creator. But right now he makes shit. He makes slop. It's not good, but child of God, God bless him. Hopefully he'll straighten himself out and do better. But we thank you for buying me a coffee. We'll check in with the PayPal pledges and see if we have anything to shout out over there. Instructions for how to support the show are in the description of every video or podcast. I wanted to remind you all that we'll be doing a Truth Seekers marathon this weekend of Truth Seekers classic shows and deep dives. So all weekend long we'll be doing these long streams. So come in, check it out. Keep up with the channel. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. We really appreciate that. And share these videos on your social media. It really does help. Be sure to smash that like button on your way out. I think we're going to wrap things up here. We did not hit our goal, but we got more than halfway there, right? There's 4 minutes left on the goal. And we're at 22 of 50. So we're not going to hit the goal tonight. But I'm not Phil. I'm not going to twist your arm or cry a bitch about it. I'm happy for any support we get. Maybe I set it too high and I'll start setting it lower. I don't want to be like Phil and try to milk the cow to death. You don't milk the cow to death, Phil. We'll finish out this video and then we'll wrap things up.
Meats and stuff like that. I didn't want to go too crazy. I wouldn't get to Detroit. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, Little Caesars Pizza. Crazy bread, good and great value. Pretzel crust, good and great value.
This is such a scam, too, because he made his dents give him $1,500, hit 10 goals. So he takes $1,500. He spends, what, $20, $30 on shitty Little Caesars Pizza, and that's their reward? And he pockets all the rest of the money and he spends it on a child's video game because he's a fucking moron.
Detroit
doing
style
something
deep
good
dish,
with that money.
Not so much. Probably a skip for me. Thanks for watching DSP Tries It, everyone. Wow, what a throwback. 12 years later.
Devour.
And I hope to see you soon for another fun episode. Peace out, everyone.
This was a fun episode. He's saying, I hope to see you soon for another fun episode. Listen, Phil, watching you stuff your face with shitty pizza that you got at Little Caesars after you collected $1,500 is not a fun show.
Thanks so much for your support.
It's a
See you next
loser
time.
show. Could you imagine being so dented and poor and such a loser that you get some kind of thrill out of watching Phil eat shitty Little Caesars pizza?
All right,
He's going to applaud himself.
That's no lie. That's one of the more pleasing episodes that I've done. That was more pleasing than
Dude, mute your mic if you're going to belch like a fucking pig.
Taco Time.
He's snorting and belching through this whole thing.
That was more pleasing than the last several.
What a fucking
I'm
pig
shocked the
this
pizza was
dude
that
is.
good for the price. Like, usually when I order this, okay, I'm ordering for me and I'm also ordering for my wife. And usually when I order DSP tries it, I'm not even kidding. It ends up being like $60, $70 after tax and fees. This was under 50 bucks. It was like 40 something and change. And we just got all this food. It's the cheaper one and it tastes good.
It tastes good. He loves this Little Caesar slop.
So go figure. All right. It's break time, everyone.
I got the drip go. I got the drip go. I got the drip go.
It's like a drip from a faucet.
I got the drip go.
This is good stuff.
I got the drip
It's
go.
like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.
This bitch slapped him. Get him. All right, friends. All right, friends. We made it. We made it through. We made it through another fucking pig. God, that was brutal. This was brutal. This was literally brutal. It's so brutal that my animations quit on me. They were like, fuck this guy. We're not animating anymore. There we go. We'll get it back. So I'll take some comments and questions from the live chat. I've got a little more time to share with you before we bounce on out of here. Put those in all capital letters. Can you read my deadpan? Imagine a pizza party where you pay for the boss's pizza, get none of it, then have to praise your boss for eating a pizza or be banned from the premises. That's DSP tries it. You're right. It is. Kool-Aid girl don't play. Tell everyone they're racist. Yeah, if yous are all racist because I didn't hit my goal for tonight. It must be because you guys are racist. Yeah. Oh, it's something else. Idiot DoorDash that, so he paid like $25 in delivery fees. How lazy could you be? Especially when imagine if he just cut back on some things. Wouldn't that mean he could beg less? Like, look, I'm not going to do DoorDash anymore because, and look, maybe I don't know. I think I have a weird perspective because my wife spreadsheets things. Like, my wife could tell you how much I spent on beer last year. Absolutely, she can. So if we were door dashing all the time, she would add that up. And then she would say, like, look, we spent, I could imagine over the course of a year, he probably spends a couple $1,000s just on DoorDash, right? You should yell at your troll. You should yell at your listeners and call them scumbags for not meeting your goals, Stephen. I hear that works well. No, it works on, we don't have a bunch of whale dents in here. So have you seen DSP Familia? Yeah, we played it on the other stream. H-Bomb's got 10 more to go. Come on, friends. Can we get 10 more subscribers for H-Bomb so we can end the night on a positive note? Don't we want to end the night on a positive note? I'm going to go over to the Kick Chat, and I'm going to put in the Kick Chat H-Bomb's channel. I'm just going to put subscribe to H-Bomb here. And you guys, if you're holding out, you really don't hold out. We've only got a few minutes left of the show, so if you want to drop 100 sub bomb over on Kick, and what's the deal with the badges? He's always trying to sell the badges. I don't know how to give out the badges, but anybody that drops any Kick subs over there, I'll figure it out and give you the badges. Right? You'll get the whatever I don't know. I don't know any. I just know that Phil's always trying to sell the badges. Right? He's always trying to sell the badges, and I don't know how that works, but I'll figure it out. So any more Kick subs, we'll get you some badges, and I'll put it in the live chat as well. Subscribe to H-Bomb here. All right, and you know what? I said he's got another video. I'll pump him one more time, try to get him 10 more subs. Pinned in the YouTube live chat, in the Kick chat, and in the YouTube live chat is the link to H-Bomb's channel. Sometimes it's not about my goal or financial considerations. He only needs 10 more subscribers and he could be monetized. We've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people watching us. I think 300 aggregate. So if only 10 of you who haven't subscribed over there, yeah, why would you DoorDash pizza? They literally deliver. Well, he may have gotten it just delivered through Little Caesars. We don't know. Yeah, I need to shame you guys for not hitting the goal. No, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. But I will shame you. I'm going to try to pump him up again. H-Bomb has a dream. He has a dream of getting some YouTube money and doing some things, changing some things in his life. Do you know that just a few $100s a month extra in your wallet can really change things for you? Maybe he could take his wife out to dinner and thank her for understanding that he spends hours and hours editing shit in front of his computer, ignoring his wife just like Phil does. No, he doesn't do that. Or, a couple $100 of YouTube money could really change things for him. Maybe we'll get him to start doing live streams and soaking up those sweet, sweet super chats and super stickers. If he gets monetized and he does a live stream, I will be the first. I will be the first, my friends. Oh shit, 6 more. He only needs 6 more. Oh, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get him over the edge tonight. We got to get him over. You only need 6 more of you to go over there and subscribe. If you haven't already, pinned in the live chat, in the kick chat is his YouTube channel. And you could go over there with a couple of mouse clicks. You can change things for him. You really can. So we're going to do one last pump, trying to get him that last 5 or 6 subscribers. We'll do one last pump to try to get him over the edge. I'm going to go over to his channel right now. One second. Let's get over to his channel so we can watch it. We're going to watch it live here. All right. It says 990. Now let me refresh. Oh, 1,000 subscribers. Yes. 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 I'll share my screen. He got there. We got him there, friends. We got H-Bomb monetized. Now, he's going to need a little bit of a buffer because if YouTube sends him the paperwork, and then he fills out the paperwork and sends it in. And in the meantime, he drops below 1,000. They might not let him be monetized. So let's get him a little bit of a buffer. Yes, H-Bomb. I did not hit my I sacrificed my finances tonight and said, the hell with my goal. My goal is not important. What's more important is helping my fellow human H-Bomb get over the edge and get to the 1,000 subscribers. And he did it. H-Bomb did it. He's gotten to 1,000 subscribers, my friends. So congratulations to H-Bomb. Gotta do it. Come on. TJ Felony, if you subbed, write it in the live chat. If you sub tonight, I will thank you. Big Rando says, subscribe, guys. Let's get him a little buffer. H-Bomb says, I know I owe you big, Steve. No, I did it. I have sacrificed my finances for you, H-Bomb. I said, the hell with money. Tonight, let's have a more altruistic, more important goal. And that goal is to help H-Bomb, help your fellow man. I truly do believe in karma. If you help people, they're going to be willing to help you back. Neil352 subscribed, and thank you for doing that. And Fitted Cheat subscribed, and thank you for doing that. Yeah, big ups, H-Bomb. Welcome to the world of monetization. Thank you all for helping. And if you subscribe to his channel on a previous show where I was begging for it, then I thank you as well. To be honest, on the last Pig Roast, I went to sub and found out that I was already subbed. Well, still, thank you for subscribing. Everybody that has already subscribed to him has helped him get over the edge. So Neil352, congrats and big ups, H-Bomb. Yeah, and now I can stop pumping his. And you know what else? Fuck H-Bomb. I got a channel to monetize. I got a channel I need monetized, but I have foregone my own goals to help H-Bomb. I have the Truth Seekers Clips channel. We need like 500 subscribers over there to get monetized. PPP said, never sacrifice your finances. Oh, I did it. Tonight, I put my own selfish financial needs aside and said, fuck my goal. I'm going to spend half my time begging for money and support, and the other half of my time begging for subscribers for another YouTuber that works hard and deserves it. Steve, I'll get you something and have a celebratory drink. Well, I got my son home all day tomorrow. So I have 4 whole beers. That's where the beer supply has dwindled here. I have 4 beers, but I'm kind of glad for that. Because, sometimes you'd say, oh, I'll only have a few, and then you end up having 10. So I can only have 4, and it's almost, I'm not going to go to the bar at 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's past midnight here. I'm going to drink I always feel a little sad only drinking a few beers, though. I like to drink to completion, but I got shit to do tomorrow. So, can you read my deadpan? H-Bomb he says, I was already subbed, so I unsubbed and resubbed. Story of my life, says the vaping pig. Yeah. Well, I'm really glad. Congratulations, H-Bomb. You deserve it. Listen, for those that don't know, I saw the gay side Phil stuff he was making, and I was like, God damn, I would love to do that to David Wilcock. And I told him that, and he was like, send me the clips. I'll do it for you. So he really did help make my pig roast better and my David Wilcock shows better. So yeah, sometime soon, sure. Maybe you could come on the show and we'll have a drink and celebrate. And I hope, listen, don't stop giving me the clips, bitch. Now he's my bitch. Remember when I got you monetized, bitch? Why don't you get Steve to the goal? That's funny. H-Bomb, why don't you get Steve to the goal, bitch? It's like you don't even want him. No, don't do that, H-Bomb. Don't. I will feel bad and want to give it back to you. No, I'm glad. So tonight we didn't hit our financial goal, but we hit our other goal. And maybe he'll get some extra money and then he can super chat me, right? We'll redistribute his YouTube earnings to me. I think that's good, right? H-Bomb for 3rd chair on pig roasts. Well, it would be 2nd chair, wouldn't it? Because we don't even have a 2nd chair, right? I don't know. Hank McGurk. What the fuck, man? Hank McGurk, for those that don't know, he's been coming in my live chat for like 3-4 years now. And I don't think he's even watching. I think he mutes the show and he just talks about nonsense. Like, I don't know what he's doing, right? Yeah, you'll always make clips for me. You're goddamn right you will. Oh, it's always 3rd chair? Is that really? I think it would be 2nd chair if we don't have a 2nd host, right? Grill up some baby backs to celebrate. I was going to get some ribs to make at the cabin, but I decided against it because I got too much shit to do at the cabin this weekend, and they take forever. I cook my ribs for 5 hours, It is what it is, though. Yeah. So, listen, we've more than done our due diligence. We're at over 3 hours. I'm going to be going to the cabin tomorrow night, but we've got Truth Seekers Best Of collections all weekend long and these deep dives. Like I said, the YouTube checks have been really crazy. And I know there's peaks and valleys. And like when P came on, that was crazy. It was like thousands of dollars for one show. And the interview was like huge money. And I know there's peaks and valleys, right? So we're going back to the valley, but I wanted us to grab one more peak check out of YouTube. So I have to keep my foot on the gas and really try to keep that hamster wheel on YouTube going for just, I don't know, till the 21st, I guess. So that's not too much longer. I've got to do, next week we'll be doing 4 shows again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Hopefully Darkside Phil's, host will show up on Thursday so we can snipe his stream. I forgot. Let's check back in with Phil before we go. We'll check back in. He's not playing a game. He's just talking. He hasn't played a game. He's so lazy he doesn't even want to play. Dude, so he clickbaited this, said he was going to play that game, and now he's not playing the game. And now it's an empty chair. Why is it an empty chair? Oh, he got his goal. Really? Oh, come on. Oh, that guy again. He's faking hitting goals. Lance Catamaran, people have said, is Phil on an alt account because every time he's close to a goal but can't hit it, along comes that guy and suddenly he hits the goal. Show the kick screen, showing the subs. Man, this guy made more money than me tonight. Motherfucker. Fuck Phil. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I didn't know I wasn't sharing it. All right. Yeah, but I don't ever fake subs. He does. I don't fake subs. I don't fake donations. I don't fake
213. So,
PayPal.
ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We have hit $200 raised tonight, which means it is time to unpack the second pack, and there is a guaranteed chase card in here.
Wow, man. It really is like watching paint dry. Well, that makes me feel a little better. He's got low viewers. He's got less than us anyway, but we've been at it for 3 hours. So people drop off. What are you going to do? My God.
Yes, let's get that autograph card tonight.
What a loser. He's so excited about children's wrestling cards.
I feel a signature in one of these packs tonight.
Oh, man. I can't do anymore. I can't listen to any more of this clown. Yeah, my tax accountant is my wife. Well, technically not. We have a tax accountant, but my wife is also an accountant. So I get at both ends. First, I got to give her everything, and then she organizes it all. But I got to say, she does a great job. She puts it all on these spreadsheets, income, expenses, and it's very professional. And then she gives it to the accountant who, I don't know, seems like last year he had a lot of questions for me. So he had to call me and clarify things. So I got 2 accountants up my asshole during tax time, but we're through my wife portion. Now it went to the accountant, but I haven't heard from him yet. I'm sure I will. H-Bomb says, seriously, thank you, everyone. I can't thank Steve enough, and I'll make a post on my channel later after my business meetings tomorrow. Yeah, and just so everybody knows, I really do try to help people. H-Bomb is now got to be the 9th or 10th person that I have done that for. There's 9 or 10, there's 8 or 9 other people. Probably not. I think you're the 9th. I think I have helped 8 other people get over, get a few hundred more to get to the monetization. And because I remember it took me a little over a year to get monetized. And I was doing 4 or 5 shows a week. I was grinding my ass off. I couldn't get to the 1,000. And so I remember how difficult those last couple hundred were to get monetized. And if I could take that burden off of somebody and help them get over the edge, I do it. 8 or 9, maybe 10 times now. Mostly other UFO show people that some of them aren't around anymore. They like checked out, not of life, just stopped doing their show or whatever. H-Bomb is the MVP of the pig roast. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Hank McGurk for second chair, our punishment for not hitting that goal. Well, sometimes there's just not much money in the crowd, and you can't, that's why I'm so fascinated with Phil, because he literally bitches and cries and complains and twists arms. And, I love when he's like, this is the least supported stream of the entire year. You know, like, dude, it's called average. You know, things average out. I know you will, H-Bomb. I know you will continue to help me, and many of those people continue to help me, and I'm still friendly with the most of them that I helped over the line. There was one that's a prick that shall not be named. I did. I don't know. I got them monetized, and then they, decided they were a big star. I don't talk to that person anymore. But by and large, all the people I've helped are still friendly with me and still recognize me for helping them when they needed it, and would help me if I needed it. That's what it's about sometimes. So I've done my humanitarian effort for tonight, right? But next time I better hit the fucking goal. Pay pigs, come on. All right, so we have done our due diligence. Yeah, I agree. Terrius Gaming says he's being propped up by socks like crazy now. Almost all of his top donors on Kick have little, if any, chat history. So they're probably fake. Terrius Gaming. Imagine if he's putting that on a credit card just so that he doesn't look felted by the casino, right? Like he's just trying to save face, so he's dumping donations on a credit card to make himself look good. He's gonna have to pay the piper eventually. Yeah, I agree. So we have done our due diligence. I'll do one final check over on Kick to make sure that we don't have anything else to call out on Kick. We've called out all the YouTube. We've called out the PayPal, the Buy Me a Coffee. And thank you all for the support. It was still a great night. Now let me creator dashboard. Let me just make sure. For those unaware, we read everybody that supports. So, nope, we're good. We've read everything that we need to read. I am free to bounce on out of here. This weekend, I'm going to the cabin. I'll be working on the porch project. I've been trying to finish that porch for 2 years now. This close. It's like everything in my life. It's like, it's like everything in my life takes so much longer than you think. And I got to begin building that other Once I finish this porch at the cabin, for those unaware, I built one cabin already, and I'm finishing up the covered porch. Once I finish that covered porch, then I'm going to pivot over to the other property that I bought that's about 3 miles away, up the mountain into the woods. It's completely isolated. I'm building a little cabin there as well, a backwoods cabin. I can't wait to get to that. So, yeah, I'm going to bounce on out of here. We want to thank you, kind and generous benefactors, you Patreon supporters, you YouTube channel members, you Kick subscribers. We want to thank you people gifting YouTube membership or gifting Kick subscriptions. We want to thank you people sending super chats, super stickers, super thanks. Did you know that? Even if you're watching a replay, you can hit the thanks button, throw a couple bucks in our hat, and I thank every single person. And we thank you PayPal pledgers as well. And people buying me a coffee. Instructions for how to support the show are in the description of the video or podcast. We thank all of you. So, yeah, that's all I got for you, friends. I will be back live Monday night, and I will be reading all the super chats. So please don't be shy. I know when you send a super chat, you want the host to acknowledge you and read the super chat. I will read every super chat from this entire weekend on Monday night's live show, 7 p.m. Eastern will start. I will be at the cabin working, but checking in with the live chat as I can. So if I see a super chat from you, you'll probably get a text message from me being in the live chat, thanking you. Don't be shy. My money has to multiply. So, and hey, big congratulations to H-Bomb. He deserves it. This guy's been working his ass off making these Darkside Phil funny content for a long time. Has never made any money. Now he gets to join the club. So welcome to the club, H-Bomb. Big ups. Congratulations. And yeah, I'm glad that we were able to hit that goal tonight. And yeah, so I'll be back Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. No place I would rather be. In the meantime, I'll be at the cabin, hopefully finishing this stupid porch because it's got to get off my to-do list. So that's all I got for you, friends. Until next time. My name is Stephen. Until next time, good night and God bless all of you.
killing all your dreams. Eyes wide open now, truth you can't disavow. Echoes through the halls, crashing all your walls. Truth seekers exposing the truth. Truth seekers coming for you. Uncover the lies, open your eyes. Shadows try to hide, no place for them to bide. Light will pierce you through.